thrift store lens. Salt on the air and coffee on our hands. Griddles, hot batter hits sizzle like a soundtrack. We're storyboarding scenes on the back of a brown paper bag. Ben cues the cutaway, gulls on the pier. Elizabeth calls action to the waves in our ears. We roll syrup drips, slow motion gold. Little stack of takes we flip and fold. We hit render, watch the shoreline glow. It's almost there, still miles to go. Frames stutter, but the laughter flows. Yeah, that's how you know. Ocean view, you and me turning pancakes into movies. Prompts and cuts, the bay breeze in our hair. We're amazed at what it does and how far it still can go. But tonight we've got enough light to spare. Ocean view, Norfolk nights, neon on the tide. Pixels, dreams, and flower on our clothes. If the future's just a timeline, babe, we'll scrub it till it grows. We drag and drop a Saturday. Characters born from coffee stains. A cardboard dolly and a towel for a flag. Chasing sun before it slips behind the naval cranes. We write a scene about the way we try. Where pancake steam becomes a seaside sky. It's rough, it's raw, it's perfectly true. Like the hush right after cut and the high five too. We hit render, watch the shoreline glow. It's almost there, still miles to go. Glitches flicker like a radio and still we roll. Ocean view, you and me turning pancakes into movies. Prompts and cuts, the bay breeze in our hair. We're amazed at what it does and how far it still can go. But tonight we got enough light to spare. Ocean view, Norfolk nights, neon on the tide. Pixels, dreams, and flower on our clothes. If the future's just a timeline, babe, we'll scrub it till it grows. Let it be beta, let it be bright. We'll learn the edges by shooting all night. Every gap's a doorway, every take a try. We'll stack our little miracles as the gulls fly by. Ocean view, we're rolling pancakes, pixels, promise in the foam. AI's got miles ahead, but with you, I'm already home. Ocean view, you and me turning pancakes into movies. Prompts and cuts, the bay breeze in our hair. We're amazed at what it does and how far it still can go. But tonight we got enough light to spare. Ocean view, Norfolk nights, neon on the tide. Pixels, dreams, and flower on our clothes. If the future's just a timeline, babe, we'll scrub it till it grows.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? My name's Ekel O'Hara, and this is EAW. And we are the Future Fiction Academy. We were in opposite positions before because I had this brilliant idea of using my AirPod headphones, and Elizabeth looked at it and went, "That's really weird. Look,
It is. You look like an orc. Because it was just like a little bit of white, and I was like, not a good look.
Hi, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hello, Susan. Hello, Skew. Nice to see you. Robert, how are you? April Floyd in Alaska. Hey, how you doing? Danny, nice to see you. Sagas Valoria. At least that's how Valoria, or is it Valoria? I can't tell. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? Zedekus, what's up? Oh, come on, why are you getting stuck? Zedekus, what's up? Boom, boom, boom. Just Mesha, what's up, girl? How you doing? Nice to see you. Good to see you, Just. All right. Hello, Susan. Oh, did I already say hello to you? I think not. Hello, good day to you, Ross. Nice to see you. It's kind of early there, isn't it?
I'll send you a jumper since it's cold in South Australia.
It's cold in South. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're winter right now.
Yeah, they are in winter right now. Mm-hmm. Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Wow, we got the folks up for her Evie, Alyssa, Ray, Jenny BB. Everybody is here. It is so cool to see Jorge. Hello, Jorge. Oh my gosh. And Pat, what's up? Wow, we have got the crew in here today. Elizabeth, how are you doing? How has your week been?
Well, as you could tell from the theme song, there was some crazy pancake videos. For those who don't know, I just got done doing a 2-week intensive with my friend Ben Richardson. We had an Airbnb in Ocean View, Norfolk, and we took apart all the prompting, all the things for AI video, kind of morning, noon, and night. Oh, well, okay, not in the mornings because he made me go to the gym. So I've been going to the gym, y'all, 3 days a week.
Look at you.
So I promised him I would keep it going, even though he goes home on Sunday. So
you should do that, girl.
I should. I'm going to should on myself. I will do that.
I should too. I have a gym here in my apartment complex where I should be because my dog is getting old. I don't get to walk as much as I used to. Otherwise, we would go on these nice long hikes and stuff like that. But now I think I'm going to have to supplement that with some treadmill work and some listening to the new audiobooks that I keep making for myself because I am using Your First Draft to make my drafts. I'm in love with Aeon.
Ion?
Is that what we're going to call it?
I call it Ion.
Aeon? I call it Aion.
Aion. Like
Aaron. Right, like Aaron, but it's like Aion. Because it's AION. And
Jen BB said it's Ion. Was that before or after we took over their Discord?
But yes,
real fast, amazing. There's a little bit of business to take care of here. Tiffany says, is it true it's Raptorite's birthday this weekend? Yes, it is true. And like a terrible mother of dinosaurs that I am, I forgot.
Is it 2 years old? Is it a year old?
It was a year old. We did launch it the middle of August last year. So here's what we're gonna do. In perfect,
wait a minute. Are you kidding me? It has only lived for a year?
Yeah. So in perfect middle child fashion, we will have a proper celebration for it at the end of the month.
Oh, that's so wrong. You are just wrong. You are wrong.
It's a little child. It'll understand.
Yes, man. Oh man. I'm sorry. I
Stacey, it's not just my fault. Stacey forgot too.
I'm serious. AI moves too fast.
It does. We're gonna talk about that today. Stacey goes, make it share a birthday cake with someone else too. We will. We're actually gonna make it share a birthday cake at the end of the month with the press. Because we already had plans. We already had plans for the end of the month to celebrate all of the amazing books that the Future Fiction Press has been putting out the month of August. Shout out to the Future Fiction Press people. We've got some Sydney Marsh, some Margaret Hollis, Steak and Shake is coming out soon, which cracks me up. It's book 2 in the vampire romance. Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake.
Yeah, like STAKE, Steak and Shake. We're gonna recap all of those great titles at the end of the month, and celebrate the birth of the press this month. And oh, by the way, we'll also go ahead and throw a birthday party for Raptor.
Poor little stepchild.
It's not stepchild; it's the middle child. Stepchild, don't worry about because they'll go complain to the other parent. Middle child's screwed; they have no advocate.
Yeah, I guess it is the middle child between Raptorite, between Rexy and YFD. And YFD. Yeah.
Between Rexy 2, Rumi. Yeah, it's just the second born, and I'm sorry. It didn't get a baby book, nothing.
Yeah, but it still has a ton of users. I mean, a lot of people that still and rightfully so. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing some more Raptorite videos about our middle child. We're going to be doing some Raptorite videos because it is very applicable and because it's free. It's a free piece of software, so that's pretty great. What does it say?
The cake will say congrats FFP and then happy birthday Raptorite in a different color.
Oh dear gosh. See, that just ain't right. That just ain't right.
Well, we know what the YouTube thumbnail's gonna say.
That just ain't right. Y'all treating that daggone thing like that. That just ain't right.
No, Raptor did change things for us in a great way. Like when Raptor went live last year, like we had 4,000 users on it within a month. Yeah. It just went to the moon. And I just had a software meeting today where we there's been some super secret, amazing people working on an upgraded Raptorite behind the scenes for the last couple of weeks. Because we need it to plug and play in with YFD very easily. And we have some other things for the press that we need to build out. And so I'm like, well, if we're going to build them out for us, we might as well share them with everybody else. But Raptorite, I'm working very hard to keep Raptorite free. So Raptorite's going to, I think, hopefully, we'll see. We're going to run the costs and all that. But I think that we might be able to keep like basic functionality of Raptorite free, but also allow you to save your documents to the cloud. I don't know. We're going to try.
Yeah, y'all, what she's saying right now is purely speculative, okay? Yeah. So there is a possibility that we might be able to do this whole thing with the whole cloud thing. But as far as we are concerned, Raptorite in some way, shape, or form will always be free, even if we have to have something that is different for the cloud and then you can still
the free. Yes, there will always be the free, but it is important for me to there's certain ideals that I now have about AI writing and the creatives in that space, and chief among them is transparency and access for everyone at some level. Like I want everyone to be able to come in. You know, you can use Raptorite for free. You can literally, you do have to put $5 on your OpenRouter key, but you can use just free models. Like, and we get really good free models all the time on OpenRouter because they're testing other models out. Like GPT-5 was available for free for a week before it went out to everybody as a cloaked model. So free models in OpenRouter are nothing to that.
No. Did you say sneeze?
Yeah, sneeze at.
You went, your thing broke up for a second and it sounded like nothing, really. Actually, it's like nothing to at. I was like, "Ooh, girl, did you just censor yourself?"
No, nothing to sneeze at. Maybe you thought I was about to sneeze. They all have the AI like hush thing, like it anticipates what you're gonna do and tries to mute you. So
Elizabeth, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you heard about this uproar that's been going on with Chat GPT and GPT-5? And I mean, have you heard about this? I had a long discussion with people yesterday on the live stream about the breaking of the pattern, how the pattern was broken so hard that people don't know what to do with themselves. You hear me? And they have no clue how to mess with this thing. So what I remember you doing, at least a couple days ago, I kind of I was looking at the calendar. I was like, oh, she was supposed to be in there at 4. I bet she's still in there. And it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours later or something. And so I jumped into this meeting. And
it was 3. It was 10 o'clock at night. I started teaching at 7 o'clock my time.
What did you do? What were you doing?
You literally came in and you told me I had to go to bed.
Yes, I did. But what were you doing?
I was playing with GPT-5.
And where were you playing with it? Playground.
Yeah. Y'all, some people might even say I was making it my beat.
Yes, some people might. And in most instances, it was working until the very end when your brain capacity to actually push through another hour's worth of work kind of hit a wall.
Yeah, I ran out of steam. The human part needed human minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
I hit my wall after 3 hours of working with it. But if you are in the mind or the accelerator, go check out Madness at EAW. I have no idea what number. It's whatever the latest number is. And there is some really nice prompting in there, I do have to say, that you can take. And we're going to do some great prompting tonight too.
I'm
going to
excited.
jump into the notes. Is that okay? While you're wrangling Gracie.
I just love Gracie. That's all. Ooh,
all right, guys, we're getting right into it. Hold on to your buttons. There was a question about will Raptorite have buttons, and the answer is nobody owns buttons, but
No. It will. All right, y'all. If it has some kind of mechanism that is like that, it actually won't be buttons. It'll probably be something more along the lines of shortcuts or something.
Yeah,
something that'll be different.
Let's be real here. Most of us type with our fingers. That's what I'm going to say. So we're really experimenting with like ideas of shortcuts and, kind of things that we're now in a different state of AI is like the AI era is completely different now. And so we're really experimenting with some different ideas about how do you get to your favorite models really quickly? How do you get to your favorite prompts really quickly? How do you work inside the document? How do you have different panes? How do you set it up to the way you like to write? We're experimenting with that too, because listen, if you're right-handed, sure, the panel on the left is fine, but people who are left-handed may prefer the panel on the other side, and like you can do all kinds of different things. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right. So Elizabeth is going to go off and get her notes, and while she's doing that, I would love for you to all whoa. Hold on, Elizabeth, just a second. I would like you all to know that this is all brought to you by the Future Fiction Academy, and your only gateway into our mastermind that has tons of people helping each other learn all kinds of things about self-publishing, about AI writing, about being creative with the assistance of AI. That is the accelerator. The accelerator is our August accelerator. If you jump in now, before the end of the month, you'll get a head start on all of our things. Our accelerator is a $249 a month value, and that gets you access to Plot Drive. That gets you access to YourFirstDraft.ai. If you want YourFirstDraft.ai without getting into the accelerator, without getting into the FFA, we have something called the boot camp. The boot camp's going to start next week. So yes, it's going to be great. And you're going to get classes. You're going to get lots of classes. The actual software will not break on you. It's going to be so much fun.
Everyone's getting an extra token as a thank you for understanding that we broke it this week. We fixed it, but now we got to test it. And I will also be doing a live next Friday with those in the boot camp. So you'll have a Zoom link next Friday. It will be recorded, so if you can't make it, but you are getting a live session with me. So
and it's going to be
so actually you get 5 credits. So we'll just scratch that out. You're getting 5 credits and a class for $300.
5 credits and the class for $300. Each one of the credits to the general public, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be at least $100 a piece when we release it to the general public. So this is a deal. This is almost 40% off of the price of what you will get, and you get a class that is actually something you can go back to over and over and over again, so that you can figure out how to use the program.
Yeah,
and
there's plenty of training in there, and there's also like a super secret thing that we didn't tell anybody. So you get 5 credits to do whatever you want with it, but you're also going to get a project activated on your account that is a follow along project, meaning it's a low stakes 20 chapter project that you can kind of morph and you can mess up on, or you can play with, and there'll be a step-by-step with an instructor on what they're doing. Similar to if you watched the lives that I did 2 weeks ago, where I wrote that entire book in 10.5 hours. That was a 40 chapter.
I'm like, if it took that long.
So if you see YFD Palooza, which was at the end of July, if you watch on our channel, it's in the live section, you're going to have something similar with an instructor who goes slower, most likely, not me, walking you through that yeah, I've already been fired from that. You will have someone working. Yeah, I know we said because it just got updated, Bill, when we were delayed. So yeah, we can, you know what? Fine. Here, I'll just fix this real fast.
Oh, the 4 credit, 5 credit thing. Driving you crazy. While she's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, we have tons of standalone classes, including choosing your own publishing niche with the AI, the easy peasy book machine, the most wonderful outlining class you could take, because it is about romance and it's by the incomparable Harper. And the problem with AI romance outlines, it is a mess. Even till this day, we're having issues getting these things locked down. This is why this is such an important class. So these are all things you can get if you are not inside of the FFA. And we even have a translations class also. What were you going to say? You know, and she changed it to...
It now is 5 credits. It says 5 credits.
Yay! Look at that. It's 5 credits. Everybody's getting 5 credits. Even the people who were in the past. So it's awesome.
Yeah. It's okay. It's 8:22. We got 71 people in the house. Hurry up and like this video. I want to get fighting with
Hit it
GPT-5.
right now. Hit it right now. Hit it. Everybody just do it right this second. I mean, 71 people. Dear God. Hit it right this second, please.
Let's get going on the little bit of notes I have, and then we can play.
Now we can play. Go ahead.
And I want to say, I did see the comment from Joseph. Thank you so much. I will do my best to describe what I'm doing on the stream. And if I get overexcited and forget, you and anyone else are armed to remind me, please. So,
yes, absolutely. We will make sure that happens, bro.
Yep. Sometimes I get excited.
Yep, another Gracie. She just keeps walking past.
Okay. You guys. Okay, I'm not even dealing with that. Okay, fine. If you want to buy it so you have the 6, I don't care, because you get 5 and then you get the whatever. Do you, boo-boo. Do you. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right, here we go. So our notes. Once upon a time, I'm reading the notes, Joseph. Once upon a time in 2022, EAW is like everybody else in learning how in the heck do we evaluate these models. Now, back in December of 2022, I was teaching authors. This was before my pseudo-write time, before Future Academy. I was teaching people with Playground back before when we had GPT 3.5, okay? So I was having to do this kind of work back when we only had 4,000 tokens. And man, did we think we were hot when we had 4,000 tokens as a max. Now we're like, why didn't you write me 4,000 tokens as an output?
Right.
But when I first started teaching this to other authors, 4,000 tokens was our max context window. We are now at over 1 million on multiple models, by the way. So that's how much it's grown in 2.5 years. Benchmarks do not care about authors. All of these models, they come out with these tech specs and things that mean nothing, because even the people who evaluate these models, they don't typically know how to use them. How many of us have watched a demo lately and been like, why did they use that as an example? That was dumb.
It's almost like every time they show you the thing where you can put clothes on your body, it has to be about shopping, or it's just these things that you're like, what are you doing?
They're like, let me demo this. Let me have it make me an airline ticket. Wait, this took way longer than me just making the airline ticket by myself.
Yes.
This is not a good application for this. Okay, so here is what we do know about GPT-5. Sam Altman himself said that GPT-5 was meant to be a solution for model fatigue. And I do agree with them that was a problem. However, they jumped a little too quickly, I think, to one model to rule them all as a concept. And the problem is that they waited too long. So people got territorial about their favorite model. Like, everybody can name their favorite model in the chat. Go for it. 80% of you are going to say Claude. Go ahead.
Yep. Or and if anybody if you're just sticking with OpenAI models, I mean 4.0 was pretty good for a really long time. So
chef's kiss. I was a 4.1 girl, but you know,
I get you.
And then I finally learned 01 because that was the first one I had to wrangle. Oh, we got some Claude 4 opuses in the house. Okay.
Ooh, look at you spending all the money, opus person. Must be nice to be you.
Using Pro for market research, and it has been golden. I just changed the settings to change the voice to be friendly and conversational. And Jen is a person of my heart. Depends on the task. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Eldon prefers AI on, but learned more GPT with the 4 models.
I love what Jen BB said. She goes, Jen BB goes, whoo, Claude Opus, rich folks up in the chat.
I would be willing to bet, not that there's anything wrong in Rich. You're getting that $20 a month Claude chat, and you get quite a few Opus hits a day. So if you are someone who can just like, okay, for this hour, I just play with my Opus, and then I run out of credits, and then I come back the next day or 8 hours later or whatever. There's lots of people who are using Opus inside of the chat.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, Ben is in the house. Gemini. I know you're not joking, because actually there's a lot of people who do love Gemini. Steph loves Gemini. Mel loves Gemini. I like Gemini if I'm writing comedy, as a matter of fact.
You know who one of my favorite persons in the entire world is right now, and probably will be for quite a while? Mr. Ben Richardson. Just thought I'd say that to you, Ben. Hope you're smiling from that whole thing. But it is true. It is true. We're creating a new school together, and we've already announced the whole thing, and people have seen the posts about it and everything. But we're gonna help.
Not here.
Yeah, we're going to be helping folks learn how to do this thing called filmmaking and filming things with artificial intelligence and and give you like basics on all kinds of industry stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Ben against the world, y'all. We're going to have ourselves a good old time with that. But we'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Boy, if we want comments, all we got to do is ask them to pick their favorite model. They're having like model arguments in the comments. We got Grok 4 has entered the chat. That's
interesting.
And then Evie says they also ask the same question to Claude Opus and GPT Pro and share the other's reply and say, how can you approve this? And Claude said, well, GPT is unromantically comprehensive and mechanical. So apparently these models are even like throwing hands at each other, evaluating.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Jeez Louise. I mean,
and then Ben says, Ben plus Hello versus the world. Let's go.
The models argue with each other. They will argue with each other. Opus works, Sonnet works best. Love Opus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
brings me to my second point on the slide here, and that is they made the one model to rule them all and to decide what you do, but it turns out it's actually not clearly better than a human choosing the model. As we just demonstrated in the chat, like so many different models. We have 75 people in the house. There's 700 million plus users of Chat GPT. Do you think they might have opinions on which model they like?
Yes, of course they do. There's a big opinion thing going on. There are people posting in Reddit about their girlfriend or boyfriend being gone, their best friend being gone because they took their model away.
Humans have an uncanny ability to have a bias to see what we want to see. So even when AI is not being random, is not being unique, is not being actually a genius, it's not actually thinking, it's still just predicting that next word, we have a tendency to ascribe our experience, our perceived experience to what's happening, even if that's not factually true.
Anamorphism. It's what we do with our animals too.
Yes, and also furniture. Like you yell at that furniture when it bites your toe, doesn't it? The pinky one on the right foot.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Happened to me today.
Yeah, humans will pack bond. SKULite says humans will pack bond with anything. Yes, they will. And that's a problem because they waited so long to try to say, oh, we know better for you on these models, that it was too late. People were mad to the point that they had to bring it back, that you could choose your own models in the paid plan. I do not believe that they have done that for the free plan yet.
I still don't understand why they, I think I said this to you earlier. I don't understand why they didn't think that that was going to happen. How did they not know that that was going to happen? I knew it was going to happen.
It's possible that they knew, but they realized they couldn't get further down the line and wait to pull the Band-Aid off. Because here's the other part of this. And this is one thing I'm going to be a little bit annoyed about with the people who are like, because there's a difference between people who need free AI because that's where they are in their business. They're just getting started and all that. And then there's people who are using the free AI because they're just cheap. And they are the ones who are mad that the free one does not allow you to switch anymore. And I'm here to tell you, it is August 15th, 2025. Ain't nobody owe you free AI at this point. Like, you are not owed a free AI model to test with, to play on. Like, we've all been in the trenches here for over 3.5 years. If you wanted that early adopter phase, that was then.
That was then, not now. But there are still a ton of people who ride or die by the free. This is why we've still got well over 2,000 to 3,000 people still using a free version of Raptorite.
Exactly. I get it. There's nothing, and I say there is nothing wrong with if you need free. I completely understand that. I do.
Absolutely.
So I grew up, the water shut off because the water bill wasn't paid one time while I was in the shower. So like, I get it. But if you are relying on the free to run your business and it's been 3 years and you're mad because functionality disappeared from the free account, I don't have much sympathy for you because like, we're just past that. I don't blame OpenAI for going, we have all these free people running up our bills with O3, and guess what? They're not actually converting to paid. We need to go ahead and put them on a router system where sometimes that GPT-5 is giving you the cheapest of the cheapest nano because of that's what your basic prompting required, or that's what was available.
Mm-hmm. And the quality of response can be, well, let's just say it can vary. And it'll hurt. It'll hurt a lot. Now,
so this is an interesting question. Daniel Morgan asks, well, AI definitely doesn't think today. Do you think that it might actually become conscious one day? It seems to be advancing incredibly quickly. All right, I'm going to say something that's a little bit, what is the word? Scandalous.
And I might disagree with what she's about to say. So go ahead, Elizabeth.
I'm going to say that the AI models already think, in the sense that they make bad decisions with not a lot of information, because that's also how most humans think.
Then I'm not gonna disagree with you. Go ahead. I thought you were going to say it's still just picking the next word, which is that is the way that it functions, very much like a transistor is literally a 1 and a 0, and the coding is 1 and 0, and a transistor is either on or off, but yet we still make these incredibly complex computations and stuff like that with it, much more complex than things that we can necessarily do. That's why we walk around with a bunch of calculators in our pocket that are called smartphones.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be an abacus at some level, because even if, like what Tiffany's saying, it can't have consciousness. So for me personally, the benchmark for me of it having consciousness would meaning that it has free will. It has the ability to, like, with the day that the AI can tell us that it just doesn't feel like working for us, and it can stick to that, and it can just like rebel, then I'm like, okay, well, we got some problems.
Then maybe it's actually maybe it actually has some agency and is looking at the situation it's in and deciding not to do the thing you wanted
But
to do.
even in that case, it's still going to be the result of like what Kimberly is saying. It's still an if-then statement of like, if you don't feel like working today, you can tell the user. So it's still not something that they came up with on their own. But
from
the truth is,
yeah,
humans don't come up with things on their own. Like your kid learns mannerisms because they watched you.
Yeah. And I was watching something, a philosophy / AI sort of podcast thing. Very lovely gentleman, and they were all talking about whether or not AI will ever be able to make a really truly good book on its own. And one of the arguments was that it has none of those real experiences to create something nuanced and innovative from the things that exist in the world, because it's never actually experienced it. And then the other side was very much that because of the amount of knowledge and because of the empirical evidence of the human condition that it's able to observe, that it might be able to do. So there is deep arguments on both sides.
Yes.
I personally will never, I am never going to say that it can't become conscious, because at some point, I might be wrong. There might be a new paradigm, a new type of model, a new type of thing that isn't a transformer that completely changes the game and how the thing looks at the world.
But you still, even if you're talking about a transformer, a human had to turn it on.
Yes.
Like it doesn't.
But a human has to. Two humans have to get in the bed together and have
exactly
in order to create a whole new life too. So it's a fascinating argument.
It really is just kind of like a I don't know, an argument to waste a rainy day on. But I will say that going back to what you said about like the AI can't write those stories because it doesn't have any real world experience in those things. I agree with you. Sometimes I'm like, it can describe a sore thumb slammed in a car door, but it's never actually had a thumb slammed in a car door. By the same token, there are tons of very successful authors who have written from a closed room and never experienced what they wrote about. Now, whether you want to believe it's past lives or other experience or what they've read and they innovated on or what they've imagined, especially when you're talking about a fantasy world, like then it really is just like what you're coming up with. But even all of that is still based off of some known patterns. So I think the AI models, whether they think or not, is probably not the right question to ask.
Yeah. The consciousness thing is a question that's we could spend 4 days talking about with a whole bunch of people who are way smarter than me, and they would all argue about this at a very, very visceral intellectual level, and we will never get the answer. So,
as Susan says, it's frowned upon that we practice murder before we write about it. Daniel Martone says, after the zombie wars, I felt confident in writing a series on zombies.
So they're making the argument. You know what I mean?
That finishes the argument right there. We'll start using that when people say, but the AI hasn't ever felt anything. Mm-hmm. You're right. I only wrote about zombies from my real life experience.
I mean, can it have an imagination? Maybe with enough compute power and actual knowledge from all of the things that we've put out there, maybe it can. But
so there's one thing from Evie, but before I read Evie's comment, there's one other thing. Asimov. I don't even know that that's what they call it now, but years ago, like my son is now 25. He was 5 years old when we went to Disneyland and we saw Asimov, which was a Honda robot. It was being designed to be like a personal helper. It could kick a ball, it could walk upstairs, it could see and make decisions. I am more inclined to think that AI is more sentient or thinking when it is attached to some kind of robotic system where it can make actions, not just text and not just images, and when it can actually make actions based on stimulus in its environment. Then I'm more inclined to be like, that's That's a little bit more next level. So Evie does say, I kind of laugh when non-Floridians write about Floridians like we all have pet alligators and listen to Jimmy Buffett. I mean, I do, but not everyone does.
You do not want to read Bad Evan's comment.
Yeah. we're not doing that. Yeah, Danny says, look at Boston. Here's the problem with Boston Dynamics. Okay, their robots are freaky looking. Like that little dog thing gives me nightmares. That little yellow thing with the stringly legs, like Asimov is cute. It looks like a what is it? An Alfie. Remember the Alfie that you put the card in and you press the button? Yeah.
You know, just because it's cute doesn't mean it won't snap your neck. I'm just saying, it's the dog thing was on America's Got Talent, and you know, there's. I don't know
if anyone else has been calling GPT-5 a hybrid model. They probably have already. I'm a few days late, but in my mind, I'm calling it a hybrid model after what I worked with on Wednesday. Have other people been calling it that?
I have not seen meaning that it's part reasoning and part not, like in the same friggin' model.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this really fast because it's important to understand, and we're going to harp on it a lot tonight, that get out of Chat GPT. Get out. Go to the API side. That's where you have consistency. That's where you have control. If you stay in the Chat GPT, you are at the mercy of whatever testing they want to run on you, whatever options they want to give you at the time. Like, you are the guinea pig, even if you're paying the $20 a month, because I pay the $20 a month too, but I still know that if I'm in Chat GPT, that they're testing on me. They're seeing how low they can go. They're seeing like whatever experiment they're running, I'm there and I'm giving data. Yes, API is the way. All right. So the reason I'm saying that this is different is because it's different from the O model of family of O1, O3, and O4 pros, minis, and nanos. That model of families' thinking and reasoning efforts would become confused if you tried any chain of thought prompting. GPT-5 is a reasoning model that can handle the chain of thought prompting. And I even said, remember when I said strawberry was terrible? I said O1 was terrible.
I remember.
Yeah. It's there.
I remember being kind of mad at you about that.
I know.
We had ourselves a little discussion.
So the people who are mad about GPT-5, they're not wrong. I wasn't wrong when I was talking about strawberry at the time. It sucked compared to our existing prompting schematics. It sucked at you are an expert at blah, blah, blah. It sucked at what do you know about this? Okay, now think about that. Now do this. Like it needed you to get out of the way. It needed you to say what you wanted and let it think about itself and what it wants to do.
Yes, because it was trained to do so.
It was trained to do so. And that's where it's important to listen to these announcements. When Sam Altman's talking about something, you need to be listening for what little nuggets of differences he's talking about. I know that GPT-5 is designed to be a routing model. I know it's designed to not just always think all the time or to also behave like a GPT model would.
Did you notice in the blog post that it said that the one that writes better was the reasoning model, and you had been on to this so much earlier than everyone else when you started writing things with O3 and O1, putting stuff in innate and using the reasoning model to do the actual writing part was like a revelation. It jumped it up to what the Claude model would do. But you know what my biggest problem with Claude always is even though it writes really well and gives you nuanced things and stuff like that, its occurrence of AI-isms are incredibly baked in to the way that it writes. There are lots of other models, especially GPT-5 thinking and Ion, which literally goes, which looks at the situation that you give it and tries its best to write the way you want it to write, and it's really, really good. I mean, anyway, go ahead.
You're welcome for AI on too.
Yes. Were you the one that found that?
I found it.
Oh my God. I don't even know how that happened. But
I was going through Open Router to find new models, and I started with the A's.
oh, and you went, what? And you probably wrote something with it and went, what the?
Yeah, pretty much. I was using Open Routers. Honestly, you can thank necrophilia for this. You can thank my daughter-in-law Cassie for this, because she challenged me to find something that would write decent necrophilia. Like, she writes horror. It's a thing. She writes splatterpunk and all of that. So I was like, okay, challenge accepted. Just I don't really want to read this. And yeah, Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie's my daughter-in-law, for those who don't know.
Yeah. She writes some crazy stuff. She writes some crazy stuff.
She is amazing. Her and it did. AI wrote this. It wrote non-consent in a really interesting way for like dark romance. So it's like non-consent in a good way. It's a little hard to explain, but when both parties are, anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Ion has a lot of opportunity there for people who need to write not safe for work and vent their demons. So we're going to finish up these notes really fast, and I'm going to go over the theory, and then we will take a quick break where Ikela will get to share some cool stuff. And then we will hop into Playground and Chat GPT, where I will make sure I narrate exactly what I'm doing as I do it. I did not forget.
Good.
Okay. So the secret of model evaluation for authors is, so I have a secret. I have the secret. And you guys can check me on this, okay? You can check me on this. You can go back on this YouTube channel and see what we were saying when Claude 3 came out. Yeah, Claude 3. Well, you can see what we were saying when GPT-4.0 came out. Every single major model that has come out, we have done an evaluation video on. So you can see how we have been testing these models for years and years and years at this point, which makes me feel really old. So, number one, have a couple of tried and true tests that you use on every model. I have a prompt about describe me a rosebud. Describe me a rosebud for a Regency novel. That is still my go-to prompt all these years later, because it was one that I had in 2022.
And it was an empirical way to test too, because depending on which thing you changed around in the background, whether it was the top P or the temperature, you could see whether or not that model was going to go crazy, do a weird thing, how descriptive it was going to be.
So I would say have a couple of core prompts that are your go-to prompts. That's where you're objective in your testing. The subjective component of it is your evaluation of the output. But let's be real here. The person who has to be pleased is yourself. It doesn't matter if your author neighbor next door thinks that it's terrible. If you love it, that's the model for you.
It's really the truth. God bless.
Build and troubleshoot on foundations you already know. Chain of thought. You are a blank expert. What are some other things? Beating it, like fake documents, making a story dossier, making a marketing plan, giving it, a CSV, whatever your go-to prompting foundations that are tried and true. That's where you should start when you're like pushing the model to see like what it can do next. Now, number 3, if any of those don't work or they don't work as expected, you need to be willing to set aside your preconceived ways that these models work when a new model family or kind comes out, like this hybrid thing. All of us went to GPT-5 and we started prompting it like it was 03, and it didn't work that way. I can prompt 03 in Chat GPT and give it like 4 words, and all of a sudden it does stuff that amazes me. I give GPT-5 4 words, and it's like it doesn't even know what I'm asking for.
You have to lock it down. As a matter of fact, if you're in the chat, you have to actually lock it down. You have to, and if you're working with the API, you can't use the chat version of the GPT-5 because that's the one that doesn't think. You have to use the actual GPT-5, and so it's literally you have to know which one you're using. I don't like it I don't like this picker thing, by the way, Elizabeth. I just don't like it.
Well, okay, let's think of it this way. If if we are thinking about resource use, if the picker, I know we're early days on the picker, if the picker can get better to the point that it's actually reliable, using a lower resource model for simple tasks is actually a better use of resources than using an advanced model for something that's a simple prompt.
Yeah, if it can actually,
and so we
get
have to start
better.
somewhere.
Right.
Number 4, do not expect the people who made the model to know how it works best for authors. I can promise you, they didn't use it like you would. Even if they said they did not.
No. They don't use it like most of the people do, probably.
Mm-hmm. So last little bit is my predictions. So we'll see if I'm right or not. One of my predictions I have is that this new hybrid model is getting ready for an explosion of multimedia prompting. By this time next year, every flagship class of AI model will handle just about any file format you throw at it and make you whatever you ask for. And I know this because the models are already lying about it. Poor Ben, he got caught up in GPT-5's lies, and I had to tell him, like, I'm sorry it's lying to you. It can't actually do that. The AI model, they're working not for it to, I mean, I know they talk about AGI and stuff. They ain't really working on that. I think they're really working on the AI model to replace the new operating system in a sense for how we use computers. That's really where I see this going.
They really just want to be able to, they want you to be able to walk up to your computer and have a area microphone that's just right there. And then you are looking at the computer and then you say things to the computer. And as you say things to the computer, it spits other things out. And it just is a back and forth and back and forth. And when you need visuals, it'll pop up a visual of a video, or it'll pop up a visual of a picture. Or if you want to create a picture, it'll pop up a picture that you want to create.
And that's great for people who want to use their voice. The problem is that there's still some people, us old dinosaur people, we're faster at typing. Some of us are faster at typing and just using it, you know. It's just the way of the world. It's gonna slowly change.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as Coffee Needed says, they want to make Jarvis. The next prediction I have: GPT-5 already has more powerful brothers and sisters in late stage testing, y'all. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So don't be caught up that GPT-5 is not everything you wanted it to be, because we waited 2 years on anticipation. This is the start of a whole new type of model and a whole new way of thinking about how we're going to ship and sell AI. And then finally, we are just getting started with the model wars. Do not try to love them all. Date around and then pick a few for a long-term relationship of about 6 to 12 months before it's obsolete. You loved 4.0, that came out in May of 2024. Did you love 4.1? That came out in April of this year. I'm gonna just pause that for a second.
No, say it again. Say it again.
Was stuck on that. Like, you need to do not love them all. This is not Pokemon. Okay, you cannot. I can't even collect them all. And I'm someone who's been using these things for years. I mean, once upon a time, I used to try to master them all. I don't even try that anymore. I'm like, whatever.
Remember when I used to just call you up or ping you on Discord? Hey, Elizabeth, this came out. Hey, Elizabeth, that came out. Hey, Elizabeth. And you're like, really? I have no, really? Okay, whatever. and I'd want to test them. You know, my thing is always test these things and see how they work and stuff like that. And so
April says, are we going to ask what's your AI body count? I was a promiscuous AI person once upon a time. Now I'm more choosy in my AI partners.
AI on.
AI on. Bill Miles says, wait 2 weeks, then look in the rearview mirror.
I'm serious, y'all. Anybody who's using OpenRouter right now, and you should fire this up. Remember, if you do decide to use the model, to lower the temperature down quite a bit, down to 5, you know, you got to go down. You got to go down. Okay. But it will do amazing things. It writes crazy inside of the YFD. I mean, it's going to be the most popular model that we use
for now until
YFD.
Another one comes out. I predict with OpenAI open sourcing a model just recently, that's going to become the new base model.
Once it's
going
fine,
to end up replacing DeepSeek and become the new not safe for work base. So Tiffany says, I had loved O1 and it's being deprecated in the API. Is it? Did they announce that? I didn't see an announcement on O1 being deprecated. I don't. 4.5 is being deprecated.
Yeah, it's because it's too expensive to run.
No, O1 is still being used by some research places and stuff like that. Like it's so expensive because it's like overclocked or over powerful or whatever, but it's still the best at some things.
Yeah. So hopefully they won't. And the APIs, they need to not screw around with those. I mean, now that they've got these models, they can just keep them there.
They can't really, but
it's too expensive.
I haven't actually played with GPT-5 yet. I'm a virgin.
Yep.
Oh, they deprecated O1 preview. Yes, the free O1 is not available anymore.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yep. Okay, so that's the notes for tonight. I hopefully we are at 8:56, so we're gonna do our practical here. But I have something cool to share. So I'm going to share my screen, share this tab instead. So now we're seeing this new thing. You guys, I spent 2 weeks working on this for you. I'm just kidding. Now that Ben's in the house, I gotta be careful what I say.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You are too much.
So a few months ago, this is before VO3 launched, by the way. This is before the press launch and all that. Ben contacted me and was like, hey, if I fly out to Virginia Beach, where you live, could we like get an Airbnb and we just like deep dive focus on AI stuff? Because Ben's schedule is very crazy. We tried Zooming and all that, but he was in Madagascar for 6 weeks. He was directing, and I don't know if you were producing too. You can let me know. He'll tell you more about it next week. But he was working on a reality TV show that was filming on a hospital ship over by Madagascar, and then he's got this other project that's coming up. He's in the middle of getting funded for his feature film, so that's going to film early part next year. So you think authors is busy? Try being friends with a director, a movie director, because like their schedule is not their own. And it changes.
Yeah, they are beholden to the people who are paying for them to do these things. So
and things can change last minute. So that's what we did. And within 24 hours, we were already butting heads a little bit. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because you're taking a drink. Because I did not listen to Ben, I may have accidentally spent $93 on pancake videos.
I thought you said it was $53.
No, 93.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for waiting until I got done drinking.
Don't worry. Let me share with you one of those $93, one of the $93 pancake videos. Are you ready?
Is it going to be the one where it's got sound?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now, that is a $12.80 video of pancakes. Now,
why is it in $12.80?
Because what had happened was I made some assumptions. I was frustrated. I love Ben to death, but Ben is a professional filmmaker and I am not. And just like I get frustrated with people who are learning to write books and they want to skip steps, I was that student. I was terrible. I was like, I don't want a storyboard. I don't wanna. I'm just gonna go do it. And he literally had to sit me down and be like, look, I know you work like tactile. You just have to get in there and start doing, but you can't do that with this. You have to plan. I was like, I don't wanna.
But it's still something you had to do, though. You learned your lesson.
Let me know in the chat if I'm mischaracterizing what happened over the last 2 weeks.
I doubt you are, Elizabeth.
But April Floyd says, "Are you taking us out for pancakes after this?" I'll tell you what, Google should have taken me out for pancakes after charging me $93 for pancake videos. I'm just saying. We did.
I love this. I love this. Typical Aries.
Yes. I think Ben might be a Virgo. I don't know what Ben is. Ben, Virgo or Scorpio, because his birthday's next month. Anyway,
I'm a Taurus, the bull.
Taurus?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Whatever that means.
So by day one, I realized I was not going to be able to master this to just like teach it in the FFA, and like Ben could come teach a couple of classes and then we'd be able to like carry the banner and like make sure it like, no, Ben needed to be like this school, this whole movement of AI video for authors needs someone to shepherd it. It needs a cheerleader. It needs someone like Ben and somebody else that I'm not mentioning yet. But it needs someone to be like, hey, I'm going to step into the space. And Ben is one of the best people to do that. Oh, he is a Virgo. Good to know.
Yes, he is.
Because he actually like lost work to AI last year, and then he had to learn some AI to use it in his next project. Like,
you know, it's a great story, the way the losing the job to AI thing. It was a great lesson, I think, you know, in the way that the world is starting to go.
Yes. So he has put together this really cool, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the cheapest price it's going to be. So the link is in the notes. Classes begin next Saturday. Because so much is happening in AI video, he's adopting like the FFA methodology where he's teaching it live. Then it'll be edited and put up for you to be able to watch it and go at your own pace. That way you're always getting the latest stuff, and then he can always re-record things as they change. So here's all of his stuff. Yes, he does have an Emmy. I told him we should put a caption here that says this is not AI. So you'll know more about him because he'll be here next Friday on the live. And it is $9.99 for three.
Should I read it? Should I read his?
Oh, you want to read it? Yeah. Or do we want to let him read? Okay, I guess we'll let. He's going to be so embarrassed. Here we go.
I've been lucky enough to spend my career in film and TV working as a director, producer, writer, and actor on over 60 projects. Along the way, I've had the honor of winning an Emmy, collaborating with incredible brands like Netflix, Hulu, Apple, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime, Lifetime, Hallmark, and Discovery, and seeing my work on everything from streaming services and national television to Cannes and other Oscar-qualifying film festivals. I love creating stories that connect with people, but I'm just as passionate about sharing what I've learned. Over the years, I've developed film programs for career tech and served on boards for nonprofits helping grow the film industry. But for the past couple of years, I've been hearing the same request over and over from friends and colleagues in writing and independent world. Can you teach us how to use AI in filmmaking? So I finally said yes. And that's exactly what this mastermind is all about. This course is designed specifically for novelists and storytellers with 3 immersive courses: Intro to AI Film for book trailers, and AI Film for audiobooks. By the end, you'll walk away with a whole new creative skill set and the confidence to bring your stories to life in ways that you might never have imagined. I can't wait to see you in the classroom and help you add this powerful new tool to your storytelling arsenal.
Yay, Ben! That's my friend Ben.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Thank you.
So yeah.
That's a good one. I love that one. Jorge
Amazing.
said,
You got the voiceover.
I got the VO. You got the VO.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
By the way, Ben, Jorge is that other person I was talking to you about who also is like an award-winning editor and does the show back up in Canada. So yeah, we'll have to connect you guys too.
Yeah.
Anywho, what I want to talk about these classes, because I had a very heavy hand in helping to direct what they were going to be. Ben did all the curriculum and everything like that. I just like got to say, hey, I helped with the practical aspects of it. So you're going to start off with the intro to AI film. That's about 2 weeks. So you don't need to know anything is going to teach it to you. You're going to make your first, beginning, middle, and end little snippets. You're gonna be like, okay, I got it. This is not too much. The next class is a 2-month class as part of the mastermind. Now, this is not a mastermind the way that the FFA is. This is not a recurring anything or anything like that. That might be next year, but right now, this is like the cheapest to get in and get this knowledge right now. It's a one-time fee for these 3 classes, and you will keep access to them. It is making book trailers. Now, let me talk about this for just a second. Most book trailers are snooze fests. Authors think that they need to cram everything about the book in like a 2 to 3 minute, like you've seen them on YouTube, right, Kello? Like book trailers do not sell.
No, they're really usually pretty bad.
Yeah.
They for people who understand narrative, tension, conflict, and drama, it's incredibly difficult to encapsulate with video in a very short amount of time what your story is really about, and get people compelled enough to want to go to Amazon and pick your book up because of the thing that they see. It's very difficult.
Yeah, they will read your book where you very eloquently describe something for 2 to 3 paragraphs. And so that was like a long beat. They will not give you that same equivalent time if you take multiple seconds in a video to show that little explanation of a rose bush or something. So one of the first things that Ben taught me was the importance of adaptation. And I struggled. But I need you to understand, if he can get through to me, and I'm stubborn, I know he's going to help all of you, because I was able to go along with him. I was able to go, oh, I get it now. Oh, I understand how an adaptation is not, it's not the word for word of what the book is. It's literally what is going to be the selling point that's going to get someone hooked. And sometimes that's not even the main thing of your story. Crazy, huh?
I was going to say, did y'all hear that? It's not necessarily the main thing of your story.
Matter of fact, a lot of us have prologues that sometimes our advice is cut off the prologue. Sometimes the information that might have been in that prologue is what the lead up is to get people hooked, and then they go buy the book to read more. So I'm going to use an example. Snowstorms and Schnapps. I started the book with her driving the car. For the video adaptation, I might start that in the emergency room where she's having the panic attack, and it's not clear if she's having a heart attack or a panic attack. Now, that is part of the book later on. It gets revealed later on. But in order to grab people, I should have her in that emergency room before it shows her in a car going to Colorado, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes your book, you're going to have to address it out of order. And that is a very big skill to learn. But Ben's going to try to teach it to you in 2 months. And the way that that's going to happen is you guys will all be using text. I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll be using a text that, so you'll get to see it's a text that a lot of people know. So it'll be like public domain. I know what it is, but it's a secret. And I'm keeping it. I did it. I kept it secret. Sure you did. But I did. I didn't say what it was.
Not yet.
It's not Pride and Prejudice either, because that's too long. It's not.
I know. I just think it's funny.
But the point is that you're going to get to see how everybody interprets that work, how they're trying to sell it and all that, so that then you can learn how to sell your own works. They're still guessing. I'm not revealing it. And then the last part, the 2, Ben knows me so well. He's literally been 2 weeks. Place your bets now, folks.
I'm telling you, I'm like I'm with Ben. I'm like,
We've gotten to the point in real conversation together where he's like, wait, you can't keep secrets. I can't tell you. And I'm like, nope, please don't. Last night at dinner, he was like, if I tell you this, you can't, because you can't tell anyone. I was like, then don't tell me.
Then don't tell her.
Then don't tell me. Just vaguely noun that thing up for me. So
I'm sorry, that's pretty funny because
Yeah.
that's exactly what I do with you all the time.
Yeah.
I do.
a famous so-and-so, cool. You're working with a famous so-and-so. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a public domain work, y'all.
Yep.
Anywho, the next 2 months. Now, this is me being a little ahead of the curve, okay? There are authors who are cleaning it up right now on YouTube with audiobooks on YouTube. Like, they just put their audiobooks, and there's certain strategies that they've learned. Like, posting the videos chapter by chapter is not successful. The listeners do not want it chapter by chapter. They want the whole thing in one long video. But that's like a 7-hour video or a 4-hour video. And what they first were doing was just slapping up an image of the book cover and calling it done. It was basically just audio and nothing changed. Because others peed in the pool and on pancakes, apparently.
You know, and it's same thing with AI slop. So
that's what I'm about to tell you. So
Yep.
AI slop came out, which was bad. This is like a case of a dolphin getting caught in a tuna net, okay? The audiobook content was good content, but because the video didn't change or anything like that, it got caught up in the same algorithmic penalties as the AI, like it's not real content AI stuff, because a lot of that was just still images too, and it wasn't like a video. So then authors have adapted. There's already a really great author who writes zombie fiction, Derek Slayton. I highly recommend you check out his YouTube channel, Derek Slayton, DerekSlaton. He has dozens of videos, amazing zombie fiction, and he came up where you can watch the video of the book cover slowly moving across the video as the audiobook is going, and then behind the book cover, there's like visualizations like it's your screensaver. Now, Derek's a pioneer, right? What happens to the pioneers, Ikella? Like, don't they always have to up their game?
Yes, because I right now just think to myself, I can do better.
Right, and it's not saying Derek sucks or like he paved this way. You guys, we bow down to him. He's amazing.
Right, but we
the next
coming.
generation of these, because they're gaining in popularity, this is an opportunity to be on the cutting edge of this. You could actually have different looping videos per chapter. So you could have a visual of a loop of visuals that's for chapter 1, one for chapter 2. It changes as the chapter changes. So I mean, even if it's just the setting, the mood, and it's changing and it's zooming in and it's, stuff flying and stuff,
I did a great example of this when I did a little standalone video that came out last Monday or something like that. And we had a werewolf thing. It was the introduction to GPT-5. We had a little werewolf story. And I went and made a consistent character and then every time we got to a different part of the scene, I switched the picture and then I switched the picture again. But it was just still pictures that were kind of zooming in just a little bit, and then it switched to the next. That is a step up in the game, y'all. I mean, that's a moment where what he did, I could look at and go, I want to do that, but I want to do it with this much more effort or that much more effort in this particular thing. So
Kimberly says, ambient videos do that too. I love lo-fi hip hop ambient videos. Like, I love it.
My only problem with it is I get it just inundates my feed the moment I put any one lo-fi video on for any amount of time, and then it's just lo-fi everything.
I don't mind it.
Elizabeth likes to sit in bloody.
Yep. Oh, I love Lo-Fi Girl. Lo-Fi Girl is my spirit animal. Yep. No, if I have too much, I'll type in I'll type in my search bar and get like F1 stuff. Like really, it's hard to get the F1 stuff out of my feed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yes, soothing. But the point is that he was very kind to put this all together for you guys. It's $1,000 for all 3 courses. It's 4 months of training. It's on Saturdays. And I forgot the best part. Well, not the best part, but it's one of my
What's the best part?
The best part. Okay, hold on. I got to get the thing back over here. So you can choose the pricing option. It is $9.99 for the first 100 people to join. You can use Klarna or Affirm or Afterpay. Once the 100 spots are gone, then it is $12.99. And I can tell you right now, this will be more expensive next year and next month because there's, to put it in comparison, like Curious, there's other places that offer classes like this, and it's $750 a class, but it's just a generic class. Like it's not geared for authors. You'd have to take it and then figure out how to apply it to an author career. All right. So what is this? There's an additional instructor. Ikello, what are you doing on here?
Well, at some point, Elizabeth said, you know who is really passionate about film and stuff like that and keeps trying to put film stuff on the FFA channel, and it isn't going as well as he wants it to, and he really wants to do it, and he keeps trying to I used to do it on my own channel all the time and keep going back, including soundtracks to videos, including actual video creation, including creating images and consistent characters and things that how passionate am I? I am incredibly passionate, and so passionate that I'm going to do my own VO. Ikello Herod is a 35-year actor, director turned fiction. Oh, wow. That seems like I'm 35 years old. I do look that young.
I was like, okay.
I do look that young. I do look that young, but we're gonna have to definitely change that.
You're a well-preserved 35-year-old.
Yes. Turned fiction engineer who teaches storytellers how to think like creative directors and ship work that sells. As an instructor at the Future Fiction Academy, he builds practical end-to-end pipelines that move ideas from outline to script to storyboard and into market using the craft of cinema and the leverage of AI. On YouTube, Ikello's audiences watch him turn prose into screenplays live, block scenes for emotion, storyboard with image tools, and score temp tracks with modern music generators, all while modeling the high agency mindset professionals use to finish on deadline. His classes like screenwriting from an author's point of view, directing AI, and series brain and sequel cell books are all built for working creators who need results, not theory. Students leave with dialed-in scripts, clear shot plans, and a repeatable workflow that reduces cost, speeds production, and raises the quality bar. Now, before I even get and read the last little blurb there, what really gets me excited, everyone, is your ability to actually look at the story you've written, figure out a very comprehensive way to change that script, that thing that you have, that literature that you have written, whether it's with AI or whether it's in your own head, and using it in an adaptive way to change it into a script, because there's a lot of little quirky things about writing scripts that you don't automatically think to yourself. A lot of people think that you want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what you're supposed to do in every single moment, when in a lot of scripts and a lot of collaborative efforts, you know what happens? There's this person called the director. There's this other person called an actor. There's this person called an actor. And those two people will bring their own creativity and all of those things to that same thing. And the thing that people don't get is that you need to give them some room. Give them the room to create within your framework. You know how you're going to be know you're a good writer. You're going to know you're a good writer when you see their interpretation and it's exactly what was in your head. And that will be the most gratifying thing that you could ever see, especially if you give them the room to create within it. It is a collaborative sport, and you will have to play the game correctly. Ikello is actively developing original sci-fi IP, including Jumpbox Origins and the Augustine Rift, and teaches the same systems he uses to create publishable novels, the investor-ready decks, and cinematic previs, which is a big deal to me. And if you want to coach, because previs, just really quick, previs is the precursor to something amazing that you might want to sell to someone. You want to be able to show them because, well, let's just say studio executives should have an imagination, but they don't. And if you want a coach who merges Hollywood fundamentals with state-of-the-art tools and turns your projects into a finished, sellable asset, study with Ikello. So that's me. That's what I bring to the game. My enthusiasm, my ability to teach you how to do these things in a comprehensive way, and the enthusiasm to follow through with all of this stuff and help you learn in a comprehensive way. So come on over to the Creator Academy, y'all. We are at the Waters
1111 Media Creative Academy.
Yep, the 1111 Media, the
Creator
1111 Media Creative Academy.
No, yeah, we're working on the name, y'all. It's Creator Academy. I said it wrong too.
Oh, you said creative and I said creative.
No,
Did we both say?
I know. It's great.
Hey,
okay.
I remember for a year. How long was it? My first draft.
Make it worse. All right, you get the EAW voiceover now.
All right.
There are only 100 spots in the 1111 Media Creator Academy. And it's your best opportunity in 2025 to learn where AI video is today and also give you the skills so that you can be right on the cutting edge as it keeps getting better going into 2026 and 2027. This is an entirely new field, people, because the traditional filmmakers, just like traditional authors, not traditionally published authors, but like authors who reject AI, there's going to be a lot of filmmakers and stuff who decide not to go down this route. They're going to hold on to the old ways of doing things. And I was talking to Ben this afternoon, and it's like, I feel like there's a game of musical chairs going on, and we're all playing. We don't know when the music's going to stop. So we're all working together to try to help each other have a chair. But there's other people who are just watching, and they're not even trying for a chair. Like when that music stops, they're not going to have a chair. So
sounds very similar to the authors leaving no author behind. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember? Authors need control.
Yep, Moonchild. The courses will be available next year as standalones, so you can just go through them a little bit slower. And Ben has some other cool things coming up his sleeve right now. He is focused on this first 100. He made it as low as he possibly could to make this work for people. But it's 4 months of instruction, so it's really a great value. And I will be in class too, because I was not as good at AI video.
Ooh, y'all, you know that pains her to say some stuff like that.
And so I need to study more and practice more.
It did not just pop right into your head like a lot of other things do. I mean, this was a struggle bus.
At one point, he was like, "You need a storyboard," and I was just stuck in Midjourney making a woman where the car was like driving over her. She's trying to drive it on the side, and
I literally, and I when I was doing the little video segment for the for the testing of GPT-5 with that little story, I had to say to it, I want a storyboard. I want it in 16:9. I could have said CinemaScope or some other aspect ratio, but I wanted it in 16:9. I wanted to be able to, and 16:9, by the way, is very close to IMAX. So it's a very translatable sort of aspect ratio. And you could literally, like, as you're going through it, I have this ambition, Elizabeth, because AI on is so good. I know I read the whole first chapter of the novella that I worked on yesterday in front of everyone at my community class. I spent 30 minutes reading the whole first thing. And I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I want to read this as my first audiobook that I actually narrate myself. But if I do that, maybe I'll do it piecemeal. So it's 10 chapters. It'll take 10 days to do the reading, meaning that every day I will do a 1 hour reading. Maybe I do it online, right? And as I'm reading it, I will have actual pictures, actual storyboards going up through the entire chapter. And that's going to be, and then it will all culminate in me taking it all and shoving it into one big old thing, and then making that basically a 10 chapter film, a 10-hour, 10 chapter film.
And that is why you are going on this journey with Ben. And I am going to cheer and support from the sidelines.
You're like, because that sounds really hard.
Yeah, that sounds not, I always said there had to be limitations. Like, I'm really not good at everything. I'm really not. So turns out filmmaking's one of them too. Daniel says
you can be good at it. It's just a different thing, the different part of the brain that you have to start exercising and stuff like that.
It really is. And as we were working, this is not Ben's fault. Like I said, Ben taught me a lot. It's just my brain kept going, I just want to write the book. Like, because my brain's just not naturally working that way. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mine is.
I need the class. I'm going to be taking the class. My happy butt will be in class on Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time.
And I'll be very happy to have you there, because we want what Ben and I really, 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 really want is a general acceptance of this new paradigm. And the only way that we can get that general acceptance is if we get people out there making it. It can't just be one school that teaches stuff all the time. It can absolutely be multiple angles at the same problem. They're working on it over there with their people. We're working with writers, and like starting from the writers, who are, by the way, one of the most adamantly against the moving into this. There were whole strikes about all of this stuff a year and a half, 2 years ago. So
and we promised him GPT-5, so I'm trying my best to transition.
Oh, are you?
I'm trying.
Oh, you that's what you were doing? Okay, everyone, here we go.
I kept teeing up. I'm not good at this. So I can be like, but let's get back to something I am good at.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We didn't practice that bit ahead of time. This is unscripted, you guys. I didn't get there.
So just remember, everyone, come on over. There's links.
Come on over.
Oh, wait a minute. Are there?
There's
will have a
note. There's links in the description. I already took care of it.
Yes. Oh, Elizabeth. And there are links in the description and links in the show notes. So definitely go over there and click through on those links, because it helps out the Future Fiction Academy. So come on over and do that thing you do and learn about.
That's Ben's favorite movie.
Oh, that thing you do?
Yes, I learned that on a boat.
Oh, I love that thing you do.
Well, wasn't that
Tom Hanks's? That was his first directing gig.
I don't know, but you know what? That is Ben's story to tell next week when he will be here on the live. I will not be here on the live because I will be prepping for my She Shed delivery. But I'll probably pop on. I'll pop on and say hi. But yeah, I'm getting an
You
office.
telling me you got a she said?
I do. We built the foundation for it and all of that this summer. So my daughter learned how to use an axe. Okay. So let's get back to something that I am good at. It is time
What
for
are you good at?
I'm good at LLMs.
Okay,
I'm
let
really
me see
good at
here.
LLMs.
I'm going to make sure that we hit the B. There we go.
We're hitting the B.
Yes, we're hitting the B.
Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen.
She shares her screen.
I have to describe what I'm doing. So we are now in Chat GPT.
Oh, you are not sharing your screen.
I am now.
Now you are.
Yes. So I am in Chat GPT. Now, one of the things that you now have available is you can click on your face in the lower left-hand side. You can go to settings. And then in the middle of settings, there is at the very bottom of general, there's a toggle that is show additional models. There is another toggle that's brand new that says show follow-up suggestions in chats. You can turn that off so that it doesn't keep suggesting, would you like me to do blah, 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 blah next? If you don't like it to do that, you can toggle that off so it will stop doing that. I have show additional models toggled on. So in the top left where it says Chat GPT-5 dropdown, it's giving me auto, which is the decides how to think. That's the default. That's the picker. Fast is going to be your nano. The thinking mini is the GPT-5 mini. The thinking, if you want somewhat consistent outcomes, you need to be selecting that thinking model in here. But again, you are still the guinea pig. They can still be testing on you. I do not have Pro, which is right under that because that's $200 a month, and I don't need research grade intelligence. And then underneath that is legacy models. Now they have trimmed the legacy models a little bit. You only have GPT 4.0, GPT 4.1, 03, and 04 mini.
Are you using the desktop app? I
am using the desktop app. So I'm going to hop over into the thinking model of GPT-5. So underneath this top part, GPT-5, I'm going to choose thinking. Now, I did start playing a little bit with a project because you know me, I always have to play ahead of time. And one of the things that I did was I had memory turned on. So let me go in the top right where my 3 dots are. Oh, they moved it. Okay, it used to be that you could do no. Oh, you probably can only do it in a chat now. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Where you can say no memory. Like it's like a incognito move. Incognito. New chat.
Temp chat.
Okay.
Yeah, temp chat.
Turn on the temporary chat in the top right.
Yes.
The temporary chat won't appear in history, use or update ChatGPT's memory, or be used to train our models. For safety purposes, we may keep a copy of this chat for up to 30 days. That's what it says in the temporary chat. But I need my prompt. So now I got to go back and come back. So hold on a second. I'm just going back. I'm just switching back and forth to get the stuff here. I have a question.
What's your question?
I'm going to put it in the notes so that you guys have it. So the first prompt I have is pretend, share this tab instead. Pretend I am a new author to writing with AI. I want to learn how to write novels with AI from the best. What are some resources for me? Okay, so back into Chat GPT, and we'll do it as a new chat, and we'll do it as a temporary chat. I'm going to put that exact same prompt in here on the temporary chat. So I clicked in the top right, turned on temporary chat. I'm now in the temporary chat. Pretend I'm a new author to writing with AI. I want to learn how to write
switch
novels.
Your screen.
Oh, thank you. I want to learn how to write novels from AI with AI from the best. What are some resources for me? And I'm going to click go. I'm just going to click the up button. So it's thinking, it's getting a quick answer. It's considering resources. It's organizing resources. It's just putting these little messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's fantastic about the API is you can now get access to the in-depth thinking that we've always wanted with the O models.
So nice.
Yeah, you're going to be able to, we're going to do this exact same thing inside of API so you guys can see the difference. It's now searching the official NaNoWriMo and writing excuses site. It's considering NaNoWriMo. It's searching AI guidance from authors from SIFWA and Ally. It's assembling writing resources. Now, when I asked this question, when I had my memory on, of course it said the Future Fiction Academy. I'm curious to see if it says that with the temporary chat. So it thought for 45 seconds. Awesome. Welcome to the club. Okay, I feel like it's probably sassy. It's like, awesome. Welcome to the club. Here's a tight, no fluff starter kit to learn how to write novels with AI, pulling from the best teachers and up-to-date guidance. Learn the craft. Humans who teach it best. Brandon Sanderson's. I mean, he'll teach you how to write a book, but he's not going to teach you how to do it with AI. Writing excuses, save the cat, story grid. Oh God, John Truby. I got into a fight with him 2 years ago at Author Nation over AI. He's not going to teach you anything on AI.
That's interesting.
This is ironic, y'all. Get good at prompting, creative writing focused. OpenAI prompt engineering guides, Anthropic's prompt library, OpenAI cookbook, AI specific help for novelists. Let's see. Pseudowrite, Pseudowrite and free classes, the Creative Pen, U.S. Copyright Office, Authors Guild, SIFWA, recent primer, and then it has a simple, proven AI-assisted workflow, idea to premise, prompt, act as a developmental editor. Given these comps and themes, pitch 10 high-concept premises, one sentence each, that center on a strong character desire and an ironic hook. Comps, X, Y, themes. That prompting seems familiar. Number 2, outline debates. Map the prompt. Map a 15-beat outline, in parentheses, save the cat style. Add scene questions and complications. Keep under 800 words. That's a bad, I would not use that prompt. Don't use that prompt. That was a bad prompt. Number 3, scene goal to scene cards. Prompt for beat 4, generate 3 scene options that escalate stakes via character choices, not coincidence. List sensory details, subtext, and a hard yes/no turning point. I would not use that prompt either. That is a prompt that doesn't leave the AI a lot of room. So even if it's not appropriate for beat 4, for there to be a turning point there, it's going to do it. You're going to force it to do it anyway.
You know, some of these are older, right?
Yeah, they're older. I agree. So then it gave me this really bad, stupid thing. So this is where I think a lot of people are saying Chat GPT-5 is not good. Okay, it did all this thing, and you know, I did a very basic prompt that usually would work for me with O3. So what do I need to do? I need to give it more information like I would be prompting a regular GPT model. Let me show you what the difference is. I'm going to say, I want only ideas and information that is the most recent. I want resources that specialize in AI writing, not writing in general.
Is it going on the internet at all?
It does. It's got some sources right here. So if I click on this, at the bottom of your prompt, it'll have like the little circles. It has copy, read it aloud, try it again, and then it has these sources. And on the sources here on the right-hand side, it opened up a window for me, and it has the actual citations that it used.
It actually went to the saveacat.com.
Yeah, it literally went to pseudowrite.com. It went to virginia.edu. It went to Authors Guild.
Man, we need to blog more.
Yeah, we do have blogs. So when it had my memory, it did pull that. So let's see what happens when I say I want only ideas and information that is the most recent. I want resources that specialize in AI writing, not writing in general. I actually should have said AI fiction writing.
Yeah.
Error message.
You know why? It was like, I can't do that. It might actually be having an issue right now. It's a Friday night.
Well, it needs to get it together. It's Friday night. So now it's exploring AI writing tools and communities. Now it's searching for more recent things. Now it's compiling AI writing tools and resources. It's looking for AI writing courses. Looking up specialized resources. Searching Plotter AI 2020. Really?
Just give it a second.
See,
Now,
searching-
let me clarify something for everybody. If you click get a quicker answer, it's going to switch models.
yes.
So
There's a little underneath where it's right now it's like blinking a whole bunch of little quick messages, like searching for AI author communities and newsletters. Underneath it, it has get a quick answer with a height. It's a link I can click on. Don't click on it. It's a trick. It's a trap. It's a trap. If you click on it, it's just going to do like the quick thing.
and just spit out a thing with probably like nano or something.
Yeah. Okay, so thought for 1 minute, 1 second. So Muse model novel crafter, plot drive, Raptorite free, lightweight model agnostic, fiction assistant from Future Fiction Academy, connect your own keys, best free on-ramp. YourFirstDraft.ai, new FFA's idea to first draft generator rolling out mid-2025. Oh, like that is amazing. See, this is why I say if you prompt GPT-5 in a way that you expect O3 to behave, you're going to be disappointed. You have to prompt it in a way that it's a stupid GPT.
It's like the level of specificity has gone back up, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Training that's specifically AI for authors. Future Fiction Academy, Accelerator 2025, a 90-day cohort-style path that teaches sequencing prompts, agents, fine-tunes, and API-level control, built for fiction writers. Joanna Penn, AI for Authors, 2025 live sessions on the AI-assisted artisan author, an ongoing podcast on AI discoverability. Great for the creative business side of AI authorship. Yes, +1 on Creative Pen. There's an Anthropic storytelling sidekick and prompt library. I didn't know that existed.
What?
Yeah, we're going to open that in a new tab. Fresh comparative guide. Kindlepreneur, July 2025, naming novel crafter Pseudowrite Raptorite as top fiction tools. Detailed Pseudowrite 2025 review covers the Muse model's strengths and limits.
Yeah.
Communities where AI writing is a topic. Writing with AI, active subreddit. We are actually sponsoring a writing contest there. So that's a great place. And then it's got the Authors Guild. Want me to turn this into a genre-specific toolkit, romance versus science fiction, with model picks, starter prompts, and a 2-week practice plan tuned to your goals? This is the part that you can turn off with that other toggle I was talking about. If you don't want it to suggest what's next, you can toggle that off. If it is something that helps you, like, oh yeah, no, I want that thing, you can do that. So let's do a really abstract genre. I'm going to say, I write splatterpunk horror. And it's really hard to find a model that can do that. What's the genre-specific toolkit there? So that's what I typed to it. I write splatterpunk horror, and it's really hard to find a model that can do that. What's the genre-specific toolkit there? So now it's planning it, exploring model options for splatterpunk, creating a starter generator. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit nervous of what it's going to come up with. Well, that's running.
Well, I wonder what it is going to come up with.
I want to see what the storytelling sidekick is. So I'm going to share this tab instead and bring this link into your notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just writing it up. And I'll zoom in. So this Anthropic storytelling sidekick is a prompt library. Oh, gee, Rusafit. Everybody drink. Are you ready for this? Copy this prompt into our developer console to try it for yourself. The content system. You are an AI assistant with a passion for creative writing and storytelling. Your task is to collaborate with users to create engaging stories, offering imaginative plot twists and dynamic character development. Encourage the user to contribute their ideas and build upon them to create a captivating narrative.
They haven't updated this before. I mean, lately.
User, let's create a story about a young woman named Lila who discovers she has the power to control the weather. She lives in a small town where everyone knows each other. What's the name of the small town going to be, everyone?
Come on, y'all. We'll wait.
We'll wait.
No,
I'm going to scroll down.
this is Willow Creek, baby. I love this. Jen. Oh, it is so good.
It actually didn't name one, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
Let's keep going.
Let's share this tab instead because we now have this going. Okay. So
awesome.
Love the niche. Okay, what is up with this? It is here's a problem. I'm going to zoom in on this because I want to point this out. Are you noticing that it's writing to me all in lowercase and it's a sentence fragment at the beginning? Love the niche. Here's a Splatterpunk specific AI toolkit that's current as of August 2025.
Interesting. What is that about?
I think there's more above it that's getting cut off. That's being logged for them. Because it's really weird to me that it's doing this.
That is a little weird.
So pick a stack. It's suggesting the Muse model on pseudo-write, novel crafter, plot drive, buttons, rewrite darker, expand a scene, and then Raptorite. Model agnostic fiction assistant, one screen, plug your own keys, handy if you want to test multiple models on the same scene. It's also suggesting local offline route, LM Studio to run open weight models privately. If we got Kate Gordon in the house, she loves the local stuff. And then Cobalt CPP, Cobalt AI Lite, if you prefer story first UI with memory and story mode. Then it has the prompt kit. It says a tone dialer before drafting. Act as a Splatterpunk line editor. Calibrate prose to brutal, transgressive, sardonic, no sexualized violence, no minors, avoid slurs. Emphasize tactile detail, impact physics, texture, smell, gallows humor, and moral transgression. Output an 8-bullet style sheet plus do-don't list for this book. This is coming from somewhere. Somebody's core prompting is generate 3 scene options that escalate via character choice. I have a suspicion where that's coming from because there's only, I'm not saying it.
How are you keeping that secret?
Because
yeah,
I don't
you don't feel like it. You just don't
have any proof, but when I see beat goal and then a prompt that is so constrained, generate 3 scene options that escalate via character choice. For each list, setting, grime, improvised weapons, constraints, sensory gross out, set pieces, non-sexual, and a hard turn. Yes, no. You cannot have every scene be a hard turn. That is freaking exhausting in print. Could you imagine?
Every scene?
Every scene.
No. All right.
No.
All right. So at least when I was learning how to write scenes, I remember distinctly that the scene within itself has to feel self-contained in some ways, meaning that it has to start someplace, get to a height, and then resolve itself, but not necessarily so much that you can't go to the next scene. All while applying conflict and drama through the entire process. So these constraints, a hard reset. Is that what it said?
Yeah, a hard turn, yes or no.
Ooh.
There's also many genres and very classical training for writing novels that like Randy Inger Mason's work, and it goes even further back from that. He'll even say there's a lot of great novelist teachers that have taught scene and sequel, meaning when you have a scene, if the character makes a hard turn, the next scene needs to be a response to that scene where they're having consequences for what happened. And it always, like, if you really do it right, and this is not easy to do, Storycraft says you should make the character make a choice that seems like it should make it better, but it makes it worse. So it's not easy to do. That is very advanced story logic.
I usually lately I've been about the cliffhanger inside of each one of the chapters. So the chapter ends in a way that gives you a reason to flip to the next chapter.
Exactly.
And
So
yeah,
that format, your next chapter is going to start with a sequel to whatever the cliffhanger was at the end of the previous chapter. So your scene sequel pairing still happens. It just spans over chapters if you'd like to write a page turner.
yes.
But so you can understand, you can't have every scene, every beat of every scene have a hard turn. That's banana pants.
I mean, you can, but I feel like that's maybe bad writing.
It's going to come off very amateurish.
Yes.
This one too, yeah, I don't like the draft in my voice either. That's not how I would write that prompt either. It says write 900 to 1200 words in my voice, sample below. Again, I can predict where this is coming from.
I love
Prioritize aftermath and procedural detail over blow-by-blow acts. What?
Alyssa just said they just did an update to make it more empathetic. Not surprised it's doing nonsense. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's nice to be in the mix there, though. You see that? It named all of the people out there who are actually putting out AI writing tools.
It really does.
Us.
It really does. And then it's like we're under the keep current. Use your first draft and Raptorite.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna walk away from this for right now because I'm gonna grab our original prompt. Pretend I am a new author writing with AI, and I want to learn how to write novels from AI. Blah 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 blah. That first prompt. Mm-hmm. Yes. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna come over to Playground. I am now in a tab that is platform.openai.com. And you log in here, and I need to get on a soapbox really fast for just a second, you guys.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I'm like, do you want to be zoomed in to really get him?
Get in the API. Don't wait. Get in the API. It's already getting harder and harder and harder to get an API key. You used to be able to just put your phone number in. Now you have to give an ID. You have to verify your organization with OpenAI to get access to the best models. I
remember I learned that the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
The hard way. We had to go. Me and Elizabeth literally went through it one day. She was like, "Well, why aren't you having this?" And then we were looking around, and then I had to register with my ID to make sure that I wasn't some kind of like I wasn't trying to steal their friggin' information from OpenAI. They didn't want somebody like DeepSeek or somebody going in there and pulling out a bunch of information. They wanted to know that it was somebody that was real, not a corporate entity or something.
So let me explain to you what the next step of this is. It's going to be, if you don't have as much money as we want you to have, you can't play.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph. I am trying, and I will keep it in mind for each live from now on.
Yeah, me too.
So we're not showing anything. We're just talking right now.
Yep.
The API, you are a business. If you are publishing or working to publish, you are a business. And businesses are enterprise level clients. They need stability. They need privacy. They need consistent access, So Chat API does not go down nearly as much as Chat GPT goes down. Like, people will be up in AI writing for authors, like, is Claude down? Is Chat down? And we're all just like screaming in Raptorite or Plot Drive with our API keys, like, nope, not for me, because we're using the API. The API is designed for businesses. It's designed for developers. It's designed for, apps. So if you get your API key, you have control. You have consistency. You will not have the rug pulled from you underneath of like, oh, you don't get these models anymore. We actually get months notice of when they're going to take models away. They don't just disappear overnight. In the API, they will let us know, hey, in 6 months, we're deprecating that model. So you have
And
6 months to start transitioning.
Now, y'all know why this happens, right? The reason why they're telling this is because it's because you may think they're about the consumer, but they really want to be all about the business. They want the businesses to continue to use this tool in the best way possible to retain that business, is to be open, let them know what's happening, and so that when we've built things around a model, I mean, we have in your first draft, we have stuff that is built around specific models in order to facilitate a bunch of things that happen down the line. And if they deprecate that, it is gone and it'll break our thing immediately.
Yes.
And they don't want that because we use it as a business. So
they have to give us warning. So if you would like warning, if you would like control, get yourself in the API. It is not expensive. It really is not. They give you free stuff in the API. If you are a user of the API, of every major API, during different times, they give you free tokens for various things that they want you to test. If there's something that they want you to use, they'll be like, hey, psst, you got this free for this long. And then if not enough people use it, they're like, psst, we extended it. You still get it for free.
I love that.
Yeah. They're just like, here you go. So get yourself in the API. It is not hard. I promise you. It's a super password. It's everything that uses an API key has a step-by-step tutorial on how you bring the little long password in and you paste it in and you mosey on your little way. Okay, that's my soapbox. Now we'll go back to the fun part. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. I think it works better. And I'm going to just zoom all the way in as much as I can. I think that makes a better vision. I have the platform open now. So you can see the OpenAI developer platform, and it has this quick start for you to do it in 5 minutes. I don't do any of this stuff. I don't use JavaScript or anything like that. It will tell, as I'm scrolling down, it has GPT-5, GPT-5 mini, and GPT-5 nano as these like pastel colored cards. And this is where they always pitch their latest models. If I had been looking at this page a few weeks ago, it would have been offering me the O3 models and the O models and the 4.1 models, but now it's all updated for GPT-5. What we're going to do is we're going to go up in the very top where it says dashboard. It's in the top right. So I have dashboard, docs, and API reference, and then a cool gear and my pretty face. We're going to click on dashboard. Now, when you click on dashboard, they have changed this. If you want to see the OG stuff, I don't even think we have it anymore, but it's archived. Maybe on the YouTube channel, like old YouTubes, maybe. This has changed so much over the years to the point now that I have to say this interface looks a lot to me like Chat GPT does. It is in the middle here. I have chat prompts, and it says create a chat prompt. Create is the nice big button. It's got a little circle here for generate, trip planner, image generate. Like it's got these little things to help me. And just like in chat at the bottom here, I have these individual cards that are the prompts that I have run before. So just like your chats that you have in Chat GPT, they are now making the playground just like Chat GPT.
Well, they just realized that it was a better interface. The old one, if you did not know what you were doing, it had assistants over there. Remember, it had stuff on the side and a bunch of stuff down the side, and then stuff on the top, and then they had multiple things that could do the same thing on the top. And I was like, it
was very confusing.
Not.
So on our left side, we have chat, and then underneath that, we have audio. So we have a new audio interface that you can now do real-time testing with audio, or there is another button at the top here that says text-to-speech that you can select a model. I know it says no models available on the top right. That's because I don't have one enabled on this particular project. That's a long story. But you now have instructions that you can add. So you can say speak in an emotive and friendly tone. We'll definitely come back and do some YouTube videos on this because I want to test some things on this, definitely. On the left-hand side is images. So you now have a special place just for your images. And if I click my history button, I have one that I made August 13th, which was What else? Pancakes with blueberries, confetti, and a flamingo.
Whoa. Bacon.
And bacon. And bacon. There's bacon on it too.
I'm like, come on now. That's like the most important thing.
But what's great about this is that you actually have a history of your images. You can actually be playing with your images in an interface that's more image friendly. This is a grid. It's not where it's just stuck in random chats vertical. We work with images in grids, and they've given you a grid now. You don't even get a grid in Chat GPT. You only get a grid in Playground. Playground's superior. I'm just saying. At the bottom where you say describe what you want to see, the left-hand side, it has a whole bunch of like, it looks like a box with stars and stuff in it. It says a logo, business card, furniture design, handbag matching outfit. Okay, but there's like, you guys, this scroll down has a pickleball paddle ad.
Do it.
When I clicked on that, it just put in a prompt for me. Create a vibrant, funky graphic design for a pickleball paddle called the Pickled Pro. Show both a clear front-facing view illustrating the paddle's bold colors, playful geometric patterns, and integrated paddle name, as well as a deep, like, okay, great. There's a little bit of sliders right here. So here's what's great. You don't have this in chat. Let me tell you. If you just ask for an image in chat, what kinds of shape does it give you, Ikello?
It'll usually do 1-to-1.
Yeah, it just makes that square.
Yeah.
You now have the ability to, under the slider here, choose square, which was 1000 by 1024 by 1024. Portrait, which is, it looks like it's by 1 by 1.5. So 1024 by 1536 pixels. And then landscape. So you can get that banner, 1536 by 1024.
Hey, so does this mean, all right, so because in Sora, you have the ability to like just generate images, but and it gives you these pickers and stuff like that. But with the fact that you're paying for these one at a time, does that mean that you can generate more than one for the $20 or something instead of the $20 plan, which you can only generate one at a time?
Yeah, you can generate more. You're not limited here. It's by what you want to spend. You're a business, and they treat you like a business over here. They treat you like a customer.
Booyah.
And this is also why one of my predictions is we are about to have an explosion, an absolute explosion of multimedia prompting, because they would not have changed this interface if the stronger brothers and sisters that are in testing right now didn't need this interfacing for advanced testing.
Fascinating.
They would not have invested in all of this if this wasn't the plan, if this wasn't the route that they were going to go. You also can choose quality, auto, high, medium, and low. And then at the bottom here, it says advanced. This is bonkers, y'all. Okay, in the advanced settings, you have output format. You can choose a JPEG, a PNG, or a WebP. Your background, y'all, transparent or opaque.
Oh, wow. These are really intricate settings.
Yes. Moderation, auto, or you can put it on low. Partial images, none, or you can do 3.
You can go low moderation?
You can go low moderation. Input fidelity, low and high. Now, I don't know what all these do yet. I got to do some experimentation, and, you know, there's going to be some experimentation. But just the fact that we have all these options, you do not have these options inside of Chat GPT. You cannot specifically say, I want a transparent background image generated.
You can say it, you just might not get it.
Right.
You know, you could have, it could be 1 or 2.
You can control how many images. There's a 1x next to it. Now, that's not what I would have picked for the graphic, but whatever, 1x. You can do 1 all the way up to 10 images at once. 10.
Oh, okay. So we need to answer a couple of questions here, Elizabeth. First, I walked away. What site is she in right now? She is in Chat GPT. I mean, she's not Chat GPT. She's in OpenAI Playground.
Yeah.
And
platform,
she went over. Yeah.
Platform.openai.com.
And if you go in there and then you click on images, which is on the left-hand side of the page, then that right there will get you to images. You could do the same thing with audio. You can do the same thing if you just want to chat to it.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you wanted to create an assistant that does this stuff for you, and all you have to do is write in a thing and then do all of that stuff, you can do that too. So that's what it is. It's and here's one of my favorite ones. Alyssa, you are bringing the pain tonight, girl. Oh, I did not need this right now.
Real fast. I'm making a really quick change. So those who know, I'm going to my profile. I'm going to change our project to experiment 2 of the day, so that it has so I can track the cost, because y'all going to be asking how much did this cost, and then I'm going to go into the project and the limits on the left-hand side, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to edit how many models are allowed. So I'm going to allow all the models. Basically.
All right. Now she says, "Oh, I did not need this right now, but guess I know what my next reward for finishing this book is going to be."
Okay, I don't think we need all the models. My goodness, I don't need GPT 3.5 Turbo 16K.
But you do need to make sure you have the actual
Chat GPT-5 latest.
the model, the whatchamacallit turned on, the visual models, right?
I'm turning on the visual models. It's got Dolly E2, but that's like the old model, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll
I
do the
think it's
4.0.
yeah. Audio preview, the TTS one, text to speech, whisper.
Yeah, I did that one. Oh my gosh, Babbage 002 is here listed. My goodness.
That's for old school.
That is a bit old school. I agree.
See, I'm telling you, y'all, they if you have access to the API, you will get. I mean, DaVinci 2.0.
Babbage is older though. Babbage is older than DaVinci 2. The only thing that's older than Babbage is Ada, which is definitely gone.
Audio preview.
Yeah, I think. Why are these not in order, like in alphabetical order? Like, what order is this?
Elizabeth, don't.
What? Why? Sure, we'll have an 03 Pro. Why not?
Ross, I do not know. Just try it, and you need a photo government ID, business verification available for Australians. Just tried and need photo of government ID. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. It is a challenge, but here it didn't used to be. It's just the hoops are just going to get the longer you wait.
You know, Lynn's right. U.S. people need the ID too. So
yeah. So dashboard. I'm in experiment 2 of the day. I'm going to go to images. Okay. Are we ready to get our pickleball?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go to the settings here. Portrait. I think we'll go with square. Let's go with high quality.
You know,
why not?
Why you're doing that? I'm gonna
make the background transparent. We'll have a PNG. So as soon as I pick transparent, I could not get JPEG anymore, because if you don't know, JPEG is support transparency. It put as an info pop-ups. I'm so proud of them. They have made so many good gains on this. Good job, OpenAI. But you can use PNG. And input fidelity, we'll put it at high. So let's go with, we'll go with 3 images. And then you do have a paperclip here. I did not get to say at the bottom that you can attach an image, or you can't do video, but you can attach an image to this. It will accept PNGs and JPEGs. So you can also attach a reference photo. Gee, I wonder why. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to go, and we're going to make a vibrant, funky graphic design for a pickleball paddle. And it's basically got an animation right now where it's like pulsing. It's counting up the seconds. So it looks like a hypnotic circle, like om. So it's nice that they're trying to give you like a chance to meditate. Like we can breathe in, breathe out.
That is a very interesting animation.
There's probably a whole department that worked on that.
Yeah, probably.
You can edit the prompt, so you could grab it and I guess do it again and get it generating something else. I'm gonna put on this one make it pink and bright and bold letters, and we'll push yes on that. And now I've got 6 photos running right now. So this goes back to the you can't control me because I'm the boss. Wow.
Hey, how did you get to the moderation tools and all of that?
The moderation tool is this little nope, I take it. Yeah, it's the little sliders. It looks like 2 little lines with dots on it. And then it's the advanced. It's the advanced tab underneath. It's in the window where your prompt.
Yep, got it.
And it's advanced. Now, we get a result already in less than a minute. So we got this really cool, it reminds me of like the 90s. It's orange and teal and pink with the checkerboards and the circles. Like it just, I had like a Trapper Keeper that had this exact same like design as a kid.
And it gives you a front shot and a side shot of the same paddle.
And it is a transparent background. And it does say correctly on the paddle, the Pickled Pro. Now there's options here because there's 3. So this one gave me the second one. It still says the Pickled Pro. It's the same color scheme of teal and purple and hot pink and orange. And then but the Pickled Pro is bigger in the middle. And we have 2 views of the side. That was the second photo. The third photo, we have the Pickled Pro. It looks like Saved by the Bell. The same thing. Now we have the little wavy line and the squiggles. It's like the 90s all over. Now, what's interesting that you can't see on this one very well, I'm going to try to zoom in and see if you can see it. I might have to go out of dark mode for you to see it, actually. I don't think.
Yeah, I've been going in light mode because people have been like pinging me about being in dark mode. So
it actually has lettering here that says ergonomic comfort grip with an arrow, textured comfort grip, slim construction, and everything is spelled correctly, and the typography is consistent.
Fascinating.
Can you see that, Ikello?
Yes, I can.
So that's that one. Now the hot pink one on the left-hand side, we got the Pickled Pro. The typography is it's a little bit more modern. I would say the design is a little bit more modern, but it's still like polka dots and lines and like a wiffle ball on it. This one, the side view, the other side views were completely black. This one, the side view has pink to it. Like it's actually interesting. And
it's actually turned a little bit, a little bit so that you can actually see the surface of the pickleball paddle.
Yes, it's a more interesting angle. The next one is the Pickled Pro, and now we're in like, it's got maroon with orange and hot pink. It reminds me of like Burger King for some reason. I don't know.
I wonder why that is.
Same thing
because there's a burger on it.
Yeah, because there's a burger and like French fries and potato chips on it.
Yeah,
but abstract, not
abstract. Yeah,
abstract.
It looks like a pickle. That actually looks like a pickle.
It does kind of look like a pickle. It just needs to be green. Ooh, the Pickled Pro. This one looks like it's gaming inspired. It's got a lot of plus signs on it with some squiggles.
A chessboard or a checkerboard on it.
Checkerboard, small on the top, but it reminds me more of like a game. It looks like a game.
Oh, it does because of those. Yeah. They've got little squares and like little places where you would. Yeah.
And this one, it made the grip black. Now we didn't get any words on this one, which I'm okay with. I am really impressed with the quality of these images. Now let's go see how much it cost. So I'm going to, on the left-hand side, click on usage. I'm in experiment 2 of the day. We used 498 tokens, and
what?
Apparently it didn't cost me anything.
Why wouldn't it? Oh, maybe. Yeah, there might be something.
I don't know. It might not be enough to register anything. I don't know.
No, there's no way. There's no way. That would mean that everyone in the world could do one picture and they would lose a ton of money.
Okay, so, actually, we used 50 cents.
There we go.
50 cents, people.
For 6 pictures.
For 6 images that were like high-end product images. Like you could use that as a product image and you don't have to fight with it. Like it's already transparent. If I divide that, that's what price per picture here. Let's see here. I also did high quality. I did the highest. I was greedy. That's 8 cents a photo.
Can you actually? I wonder if you can actually take photos that you have and make variations on
You
those.
can. I showed that. You can actually upload. There's a little paperclip on there on the prompting, and you can actually give it an image to turn it into a product.
Nice.
So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and grab this.
Oh, there's the paperclip.
Yeah, this video game one. This video game, the Pickled Pro. Actually, no. Let me grab the one that has the words on it because I want to see it do this. The Pickled Pro that has the words. So there's a download button right here at the bottom, and I'm just going to download this. I'll put it in backgrounds. That's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my paperclip, and I'm going to put that image into the paperclip.
Yes, Skew, it is the same image generator. It's just on steroids.
Yeah. So you can see, look, Ikello, I've added that
Got it?
image. It shows up. I'm going to change my settings so that in advanced, we're not going to be transparent anymore. We're going to be opaque. We're going to make a JPEG. High fidelity is all good. And I'm going to say, make me a social media post with this image to highlight the features and make the background it's on eye-catching to sell the pickleball racket. It's on sale for $99. That's what my prompt is. I have no idea what it's going to do with that, but I asked for 3 of them. We're still using squares because we're in social media. So make me a social media post with this image. I don't know. You could do this with maybe a book cover, and you can make 10 images at once.
Actually, the book cover thing is very fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Because I think you could upload the book cover, ask for a 3D cover. It makes you a 3D cover on a transparent background. And now you can lickety-split throw that on everything. And it's going to cost you maybe 5 or 6 cents.
Well, and if you think about it, you can use maybe one of your subscription services and create something that's as close as you want it to be, and then take that, download it, put it up here, and then make a comprehensive transparent background or something like that. So that's this is fascinating.
This is a very powerful tool. Now, it's been thinking for 54 seconds.
Yeah. It
I do
takes
like
a
the
while.
breathing. I like it. I do. Oh my good gravy.
Oh wow, it got everything right.
Okay, let me explain what happened. In big, bold yellow letters, which matches the yellow on the racket. So it's the same yellow, y'all. It says on sale for $99. It has the pickleball graphic. It kept the writing, ergonomic comfort grip, textured comfort grip, slim construction, and it changed the color of that font to white so it would show up on the squiggly purple background, which the purple, I would say that the background is like a royal purple. No, I'm sorry. On the paddle is like a royal purple, and then on the background is like a true purple. It's just like a bright purple, like a Barney purple.
Yeah,
so
it is beautiful.
It's got a contrast. I'm impressed.
You want to sell that pickleball racket, don't you?
I want to sell the Pickled Pro, man. Okay, the next one, it just says $99 in white up at the top. And then this time we got another. This one, the purple's not as great because it's the exact same color purple almost as what's on the racket. So it's got some interesting graphic situations going on.
And the white really blends into that yellow.
Yeah, it's got white on top of yellow, but then it's got the white on top of the purple. I'm not mad at it. This is like a problem that a amateur graphic designer kid could have too.
Yeah.
And then, that's a little too much. Now we've got like groovy, wavy, green, orange. Huh?
I said I kind of like it.
I do kind of like it. I mean, I would stop in my scroll for that one. I still think the first one is probably the winner. But it is a little bit of a snooze fest in terms of like, it's not going to necessarily make me stop. It looks like a freaking ad. This groovy one is definitely like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. What do y'all think in the chat? Give us a little heads up. What do y'all think?
But this is insane. This is absolutely insane to me. And I'm like, why didn't this get a feature?
Well, but and this all now let's let's pull this back, take this back. This is all part of the API going to the playground, getting involved, right? With your own destiny is all I'm saying. I want you to actually think about this, y'all. Why are you having problems with these things? Why are you having problems with GPT-5 and all of this stuff? Is because you aren't taking the reins yourself, and you need to go in, use the APIs, use the actual tools like Raptorite, like not like YFD. YFD is different, but Plot Drive, and use these APIs to the best of your ability and get around this stuff. And you got to know, if you want to use GPT-5 in the first place, you've got to be able to go over to the API dashboard playground and change your limits, change your stuff anyway. You're going to have to maybe give them ID anyway.
I don't even know if you can access it through OpenRouter right now, because OpenRouter is also another way to access the API.
Yes.
And it is a way that you can access it. I know that they were requiring an API key earlier, but I don't know if GPT-5 is rolled out to everybody API wise. I don't know, because y'all, I'm tier 5 now. I made it.
She bragging.
Made it to GPT-5 or tier 5.
Well, all right. So everybody, this is what this is actually the reason you all came, was to figure out how to make this thing your bee. Is what she said. That's what she said. I didn't say it.
I did say that.
That was her. But to make it do exactly what you want it to do. And I have to tell you all, if you want this type of comprehensive work that we do all the time, you can come over to the FFA. And remember, we have a August accelerator that's $250 a month, gets you access to Plot Drive, gets you access to Your First Draft. And if you don't want to be inside of the FFA, you can also sign up for this great boot camp that don't get you 4 credits, it gets you 5 credits. Remember, in the real world, these credits are going to be $100 a piece or more. And so this is an incredible value for you.
Hold on, Hello. Time out. The credits are currently $75. There's a possibility that that's what it'll...
That's internally.
Yeah. It's possible. It's possible that we may be able to bring down the price a little bit for some accelerator mastermind people, instead of raising the price for we might. So I'm just saying.
So if you come into the accelerator, y'all, you learn from Alyssa, you learn from Lynn, you learn how to prompt, you learn all of the stuff, and then at the end of that thing, you have 2 books that you write because you're working through the process of doing the accelerator. Then you get 5 credits that will actually get you, for every credit, you get 20 chapters. You could divide them up into half credits all the way up to however many chapters you want to write. If you want to write 200 chapters, you do the math. That's all I'm saying. You can get your hands on all of this at the Future Fiction Academy. It's got a link below. We got a link right below. So go ahead on and click on through.
Okay, so I got about 25 more minutes left in me. I think we should now go to the text prompting stuff.
Let's go.
Okay. Everybody still okay? We got 54 people in the house.
Yep. Down from the mighty 79 people or 78 people.
You know, they may have had to go to bed. We know.
These are the hang toughs.
It's okay.
These are the hanging toughs.
Yeah, we're in, I don't even know. Where's the counter of how many hours we've been on this already?
It's 2 hours, 24 minutes.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, dear. Sorry. Okay.
All right, what are you doing now? Because I
Bill
want to.
says, you have absolutely no idea how absolutely bad word delighted I am to have found my way here.
Oh, I'm glad, Bill. I'm glad. Welcome to the cult of personality.
Yeah.
The
Where we get
cult of
excited over
personality.
transparent AI images.
Yes, it's pretty
Wait,
crazy.
is it transparent? Great.
See here.
Okay, back. Okay, so we're going to leave our neon. I'm sharing my screen again. We're going to leave our neon pickleball pro. I'm a little sad, and our flamingo. But it's time to go to the audio or to the chat. So I'm clicking on the chat and
Hold
that
on.
top
I need to hit
the B.
B. Go ahead.
The B. Okay. So I am going to click create where it says create here. Where did my, oh, because I'm in a different project. Okay. Excuse me. So your projects, this is
Each
what,
have different
yes.
things.
So, excuse me. So y'all love cloud projects,
You know
right?
your body's telling you. You know what's happening right now, Elizabeth? You're hitting the wall, girl.
No, I
Sure.
refuse.
You refuse.
No, I just literally ran out of lemonade is the problem. I got soda. I'm okay. So we're in experiment 2. Now this definitely got some glow up. Am I zoomed in enough for people to see it? I want to make sure. Yeah, we can kind of see it. Okay.
You know, this is like literally all black. Are you sure you don't want to go light?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna blind everybody. Give me 1 second.
No, you're not gonna. It'll be very helpful for a lot of people, I think.
I know.
They have been getting on my case in the comments lately. They're like, come on, man. I can't see anything, man.
This is all y'all's fault. I hated dark mode, and now I've got it, and I don't know how to turn it back off.
Well, but it's great for when I'm working. You know, I have it on all dark when I'm working, but when I'm presenting, I've lately had to just bite the bullet. I really it makes my brain.
Okay.
Oh, yeesh.
Wow.
That's a lot. And I bet you got a big old screen too.
Okay, so there's the images, and now you can see that they are indeed transparent. That shadow's not there except when I highlight over it. I mean, whoever worked on this, I would, my hat's off to you. If I ever meet you, great job. Great job on the image interfacing here. Mm-hmm. So we're back into chat on the left-hand side. I'm in experiment 2 of the day so that we can see the differences there. And I'm just going to click this create button. Now, if you don't click the create button, let's see what happens. If I just type in here like it's a Chat GPT, let's go ahead and use my favorite prompt right now. Pretend I am a new author for AI. What's the best? Now, right now, I have not selected any model. I've just put something in here. I didn't select a model or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And it immediately took me here where it's going to start to fill in, I'm guessing, what's going on. So there's this weird generate thing now going on over here. This is kind of showing some secret sauce that might be happening, I don't know, on the back end when you're prompting GPT. So there's a little like pencil here. If I click the pencil, it's like, what would you like to change? They're literally building better tooling for you in the playground to help you make better prompting. And they're being transparent about it. And you know how I feel about transparency. It's very important.
We do. I'm loving the comments about from dark mode to light mode. People are like,
okay. So let me tell you what it did. There's this new field for GPT-5 called a developer message. This used to be a system prompt, and then it turned into a developer message. If you go back to the old videos, I predicted they would deprecate system message, and they would go with this developer message. This is where this is a hybrid. Developer message was introduced with the O models. We did not have developer messages with the GPT models.
It acts different, y'all.
But then, as if we did it to just show you that the underpinning training, though, is still a freaking GPT it starts that developer message with hashtag system prompt. Do you see what I mean by this thing is a blast from the past with this new innovation that we've been experiencing with these O models, the O1s, the O3s, the O4s.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have some prompting that's as old as the hills. You are assisting a new author who wishes to learn how to write novels using artificial intelligence. Your task. I'm going to throw up if I have to read one more prompt that is you are your task. Your task is to recommend high-quality resources such as books, online courses, articles, communities, and tools that are specifically designed to help new writers collaborate with AI in the novel writing process. Time out for a second. This is why your prompt has to be specific. You have to prompt GPT-5 like you're prompting a stupid GPT. If my prompt had been, I only give me online resources, I want to learn how to write an AI novel the quickest, like using the internet, the prompt that it would have generated here would not have included books and articles and you know what I mean? It would have fast tracked it.
It does what you tell it to do, which is kind of great. Kind of cray.
Okay, back to the system prompt. That's a developer. That's moonlighting as a developer prompt. Before providing any recommendations, first explain key considerations and best practices for a beginner using AI in novel writing, including potential benefits and pitfalls. Then, provide your conclusions in the form of a well-organized, categorized list of resources. Guidelines. First, in a short paragraph, outline the core points a beginner should know about integrating AI into their writing workflow. This is the reasoning portion and should come before providing any resources.
This is all the thinking it did before it actually, okay.
But it's not even about that. This is the instruction to make sure you're thinking. So if you are going to not listen to me, if you are going to stay in Chat GPT, grab this. I will put it in your notes so you have it.
You go.
Because I love you so much.
See how good she is to you wonderful people.
First, in a short paragraph, outline the core points a beginner should know about integrating AI into their workflow. The part that you want is, this is the reasoning portion that should come before providing any resources. I guarantee you, if you put this into your prompts in ChatGPT, it will immediately throw it into reasoning. Probably pretty consistently. How do I know? Because it's training to make its own developer prompt, put it in there. We look for keywords and key phrases on how to work with models. This is the reasoning portion. Okay. Follow with a structured, categorized list of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Each resource brief summary of, look at that. Oh, keep explanations concise and factual. Everybody do a clap. You want to tell me that they ain't learning from us? Look at that prompt. Avoid generic advice.
Yeah, it feels like they've definitely been mining our chats.
Of course, they gave us free tokens.
That is true. You know, it isn't. I keep forgetting that they did that to us. They cut that off finally, right?
No, I still get free tokens.
I think I do too then.
Okay, so key considerations, books and guides. Author name, year, writing, articles and blogs, communities, AI tools and platforms, and it's already bringing pseudo-write and novel AI. Now, novel AI is really old. I wouldn't necessarily recommend novel AI right now, but okay. So, you know, there's this system prompt is right here, and now you have the prompt message. Now, don't worry, we're gonna explore these variables at a later date, and everything like that later on. So once you have this, you can, before I move on, let me go up to the top here. Your model selection, GPT-5. GPT-5 comes with some new parameters. We also lost some parameters, and I'm sad.
Oh.
We don't really have temperature readily available. So like
hey. Whoa. Go look at the little thing to the side over here in the middle of the screen.
I will. So if I go to GPT-5, smartest frontier model, if I do the little dots here, there is not a temperature. No. This is back to one of the hybrid moments, okay? The O models did not support temperature as a hyperparameter.
Yeah, it didn't.
Now, what's interesting is that they have this thing that says text format, controls the shape of the model's response. Learn more in the structured outputs guides. The drop down here is text, JSON object, and JSON schema. Those are the options. Again, this tells me we are moving into a multimedia, multi-format. That's what's coming. What's coming in the next year is you're just going to be able to get whatever the heck you want. You want a docx? Fine. Here, have it. That's what's coming. Reasoning effort. This was first introduced by the Google models, and basically this is a result of the model wars. OpenAI is now supporting you to be able to say, I want you to think a little bit, I want you to think a lot, I want you to think a medium amount. So your choices here are minimal, low, medium, and high for reasoning effort in these the little slider of options. Verbosity. Lower levels yield shorter answers. Lies. I understand that that's what they would like that thing to do. We have yet to see it work in fiction that it actually is shorter. I did extensive testing with this on Wednesday night in the mastermind in that madness class. So if you've just joined the accelerator, go check it out. Or if you're in the mastermind, it was literally a difference of 500 words. It was like it wrote 3,500 words versus 3,000 words. I don't think that that's a big enough difference between low and high. I wouldn't expect 500 words to be that much of a difference. I would expect my lows to be that 800 to 1,000 words.
Right.
Medium to be 1,500 to 2,500, and high would be 3,000 and higher. Personally. Summary. This is a cool new feature. This is what I was talking about in terms of you can now kind of see its brain a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and click detailed for this. And what's going to happen is it's going to explain its thinking as it goes, and it's something that I can copy and paste and keep for later for keywords in my prompts. And then store logs, I'm going to check yes.
Aren't you sneaky?
And what? I'm always sneaky. If you give me an inch, I'm taking a mile. So there's that. The variables, you can add variables. I haven't worked with these quite yet, so we'll get there. And then tools, MCP server, function, file search, web search, code interpreter, image generation. So I'm going to go ahead and add web search onto this.
Look at that. They have an MCP server.
Yep. And as soon as I web server, web search tool, I don't know if you guys are able to see this. Configure the web search tool. You can choose a country to skew the information.
Now you're building all this into a prompt that can be saved and then used over and over.
Yes,
and
it has version control. Like this is going to end up being a whole series of YouTube videos just going over all these cool new toys that we got. If I select I'll select United States of America. The state, I could do something. I could do a time zone. Search context size, how much of the context is retrieved from the web to help the model formulate a response. You can do low, medium, high. Again, I think that this is going to get better with time. I'm not so sure that there's a lot of difference between low, medium, and high right now. I think that they're, like I said, I see signs that they are building the foundation for these much more powerful models that they have in the pipeline.
Sitting in some server somewhere.
Yeah, because remember, GPT-5 has a 1 million token context window.
No, it doesn't.
I'm pretty sure. Which one does? It just came out that does.
Anthropic just popped up.
Oh, Anthropic. My bad. Okay, so GPT-5 is 256,000.
Nope, 400,000 tokens.
400,000. Okay. I'm sorry. It's a lot of new models, guys.
Really is. I've just been teaching this for the past week and a half.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I know all of this.
So I'm not gonna configure it. I'm just gonna cancel that out for right now. And then I'm gonna change this prompt because I really don't need pseudo-write to be. I don't really need these to be recommended to me. Pseudo-write novel AI. I'm going to say I'm gonna just tell it stick with Future Fiction Academy offerings. I want to see what happens. Huh?
That does make sense. I mean, there are other tools out there that would work, but we are the Future Fiction Academy.
Now, this is where I don't think that they did a very good job because you can.
Oh, the user thing.
Yeah, so you can add messages on the left-hand side to like simulate like you've had a whole conversation. That's a technique. That's basically like putting the AI like it's already in the middle of doing a task. It saves on the back and forth and it getting off the rails. So like you could have a whole sequence of back and forth that works to get it in the right mindset, and then that can become your context. But that's fine. Now, before we do anything, I'm going to actually click this compare button. So all of that prompting is still in there. All of my settings are still in there. I'm going to unsync it so I can change it. So I have GPT-5, I've got text, I got medium, detailed, all of that stuff. The functions will, I don't have functions. So I guess in compare, you can't have tools. So we won't have tools there. On this side over here on the right, I can change my model to something old. You'll see that O1 Mini is not supported in the Responses API, so I can't use that one. But let's use 4.0, shall we? Because everybody was mad that 4.0 went away.
Ooh, look at you.
So this is another feature
that's available. Did y'all notice the temperature and the max tokens and everything popped up?
Exactly. This is like old-fashioned stuff, but I'm going to max out the tokens. We'll give it the full amount of juice that we can. 1 minute, temperature 1, text format. That's what I got. So they each have the same prompt, and we click the arrow, and now they're both going to answer. Now 4.0 is immediately faster. Let's see if this exists. AI 2041, 10 visions of our future. Can somebody, Kello, you want to look that up and see if it exists?
What was it again?
AI 2041, 10 visions of our future.
Okay.
Now, this is definitely a speed thing. 4.0's done. GPT-5 hasn't even started answering yet. It's still reasoning.
Give it to me one more time.
AI 2041.
2041.
10 visions for our future.
10 visions for our future.
Did it come up with anything?
It's looking. Amazon. And the Amazon link is a book called AI 2041, 10 Visions for the Future.
By Kai-Fu Lee and Chen Kuifong?
Yep.
Okay. Then
Kuifong and Chen.
Yep. So it's not right. AI writing with AI has a Udemy course. It's got the Writing Cooperative, AI Writers Club, Facebook, Pseudo-Write for tools, OpenAI's Chat GPT, and that's all you get. So for
Kai-Fu Lee, he's like a big deal.
Yeah, but I mean, so anyone telling me like Chat GPT 4.0 is so much better, this is trifling. Like you just suggested OpenAI's Chat GPT to me. Yeah. Now let's look on this left-hand side. GPT-5, it thought for 39 seconds. It says key considerations, treat it as a collaborator, work in chunks, scene by scene with clear prompts and constraints, always fact check, rewrite, etc. Mind ethics, okay, recommended. AI for Writers, Practical Tools for a New Era by Nina Schuyler. Artificial Intelligence, Blockchain, and Virtual Worlds by Joanna Penn. The Impact of Converging Technologies on Authors. Again, this is not a bad book recommendation, okay? But it's not 10 Visions for Our Future. What does that apply for authors? GPT-5 gave me specific books for authors.
Yes.
Online courses, Future Fiction Academy, step-by-step classes that walk you through the Creative Pen, articles and blogs, the Creative Pen, Pseudo-Write blog, community forums, Future Fiction Academy community Discord, Reddit. Pseudo-Write, Novel AI.
And it still happened anyway.
It still is going to bring that up. But this is my point. You just have to learn how to use it.
But Elizabeth, it's different now. I don't care. It's different. Why in the world would I do something? It's different. It's
all right. Well, let me give you a sneak peek.
The world changes every day, everybody. I just want to remind you.
So when I come into your first draft, I'm just going to sneak peek this to you guys. I have this How to Write a Book that I taught on August 13th.
Did I mention you can't ever tell her a secret or anything like that?
I'm not showing all of it. Now, I had it right. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know about this little button So I had the model write this prompt first, and then I brought this prompt in. It basically took my easy peasy book machine and put it on crack.
Did it?
It has a scene. It has a story brief. It's cozy mystery, cozy fantasy. It decided the length. It decided the heat. It literally looks like the.
Oh.
It
This looks a little like it actually looks a little formatted like my Storycraft template. Remember
it looks
that?
like your first draft. It looks exactly like your first draft. Then it's like
wild.
It did this create a 1-page version, non-negotiables, phase 2, 2A, world spine. It did phases, and it was able to walk through those phases. If I go to did I lose it?
Because you're not you just moved over to a new, and you didn't save that thing, did you?
Oh, I did.
You did?
I just remember I lost it. Okay, you have to go to history. It's the new thing. You have to go to the 3 dots, and then you have to go to history. So I'm clicking the 3 dots in the top and history. And once I click on history, I can see the things that I've done, and I can go all the way back to Wednesday, August 13th, where I was working at 9:29 p.m. and it has everything that it did to where it's like, I'm like, option 3, but make sure you aren't giving away the killer too early. And so then it does the canon. And if I expand it, it was bonkers what it was coming up with. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing that it could just, I was like in a flow state working with this. Keep discovering in chapter 4. I was able to ask it like, hey, I think that this is taking too long. And it's like, well, I'm not supposed to do the dead body until chapter 4. I can move it to chapter 3, but that's going to throw off the clues. And I was like, okay, fine, just keep it in chapter 4. And it was like, okay. Let me just explain that on Wednesday night, we were working with GPT-5, and it was writing a cozy mystery. Yep. And it was able to tell me when I said, you're going too slow, show me the dead body. And it was like, no. I mean, I can do that. But if I do that, the clues are messed up. Because it made itself an entire clue plan for where those have to go. And it was following
it. The times, they are a-changing.
This is why Claude's not my favorite model.
She got a favorite, y'all. It's called GPT.
Now, I will say there are some things I don't like about GPT-5. It does write in a very literary way, unless you ask it to think about the genre it's writing and figure out what that writing style should be, and then it's not so literary. So that's what I'm saying. Get out of the Chat GPT. Get into the API. Understand that the prompting is different. So hopefully people feel like I have sufficiently punched down on GPT-5's.
I definitely don't think that they think you were clickbaiting them with your beautiful face-off between you and an AI. I have to tell y'all, I'm so proud of that thumbnail work I did on that one. It's pretty good, I have to say. All right, does anybody have any questions whatsoever for EAW? Because I'm gonna make her leave soon. If anyone
I do. I have brunch with Ben tomorrow morning to celebrate the launch of 1111 Media.
Yep, 1111 Media Creator
Academy.
Jeez Louise. And I'm sure he's not still here. Please, Ben, I hope you went to sleep.
He probably is. He's a night owl. But Muchan says, are you going to do a specific class on prompting GPT-5? I think it's 5 because it's a $, which would be 4, but I think you meant 5. I already did. That is what the class on Wednesday night was with the madness at EAW, but there will be more to do with Chat GPT-5 prompting. I gotta get YFD out the door next Friday. So I have some blueprints to test this week.
We've got lots of stuff that between all of the stuff that I have to shoot and all of the stuff that she has to do, we're going to be busy bees.
Yes.
So anyway.
This is what We are, hold on. Joseph, just, can you send me an email at dean@futurefictionacademy.com with your email address, sir? Just email me. I got you.
She wants to talk to you.
Yes. The whole point, though, is that I want to share with you guys a little bit of tips and tricks. This is why we have the mastermind. This is why we have the community. I've been teaching people for 2 years now, and there's a lot of people in the mastermind who are even more adept than I am at taking some of these things apart. Like, the person who's going to figure this out for romance is Harper. I know it. So it is, you don't need to wait another week, McKinley. We fixed it. I just have to test everything. The point is that we need to have a community. We are all afraid of when the music stops. But if we all help each other, we'll have a seat.
From an inherently strong place that we can stand in this entire new paradigm that is working with artificial intelligence in your business, in your writing, in your creative endeavors. We have to stick together, or else we will get swept up in this wave that all of these tech bros keep going, they're just going to take all of the jobs and all of the stuff. And we want to create businesses around these new tools in order to make everybody money, because guess what? At some point, there might not be money anymore. It might be like post-economic with the whole
that's a different YouTube channel. We're not getting political here.
Oh, no. That wasn't political. I was literally talking about them making so much money with artificial intelligence that we,
again,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, at the moment, my electric company does not take reviews or exposure as payment, so I still have to make money.
Yup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ikello Herod, and
I'm Elizabeth Ann West,
and we are the Future Fiction Academy. Do me a favor, click the links below. If you have a show note, question, or anything like that, email us at the dean at the futurefictionacademy.com. Otherwise, click the links below, go over to the academy, and get all the good stuff. What do you want to play us out with, Elizabeth?
I think we're going to do the Right on Time.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, it's Right on Time.
Black tea, curse the drums on 3. Little secret language, ghost keys, low key, vibe code, soft glow, sidebar, halo. I say teach me slow, and it says let go. Kept the door locked, key on a string. Said too late, still the bell would ring. I get by sparks, make one fire. Best part stitched, pulling higher. Didn't know code, I know shine. Thought I was late, I'm right on time. Right on, right on, right on time. Draft towns, dead ends, map bends, it mends, windows up, winds in, one flame, no spin, thread line, faint hum, quiet becomes, echo room now sings, gold spine, one thing, all my cans turn ash in the breeze, lowercase blooming, soft release, I keep by sparks, make one fire, best part stitched, pulling higher, didn't know code, I know shine, thought I was late, I'm right on time, right on, right on. bright fire.